Biafran, and we are here changing the narratives each day. When they say this is what we are, they accuse us, we come to tell them that this is not who we are. You don't need to tell us who we are going to tell our own stories. We know ourselves better, and that is what we're doing here, and I applaud everyone. Thank you so very much, and those who will be listening and those who will be listening afterward, who will call up this space to listen, to hear what transpired here. You are all welcome. But the unity of purpose and love, that is why we have gathered. Biafra Republic government in exile is a unifying government. We do not disintegrate, we do not disagree, we do not divide. We want everyone to be in line with the government. And today we are discussing about the Nigerian system and government. Everyone can see how Nigeria is fighting tooth and nail to put everyone one, make everyone to be one, to remain in one Nigeria. And I wondered why we in Biafrans, since we're coming out from a country, a brutal country that still wants us to be one, why are we not one? In a unifying country that wants us to be free through a government BRGIE, why are we segregating? Why the division? Seriously, this topic that came up this day was all about my pondering last evening. I was of my own pondering the dual system, why Nigeria everything is about 2-2, running into 2-2, not concurrently or inconcurrently, yet the people still believe in it. And behold, bam, I got up this very morning and I said, let me check what's happening in space. And I saw this topic. Honorable tutors, I know you did it. Maybe our spirit is working together. I don't know who came up with this topic, but this is fantastic because actually it looks like the spirit is working together. And we are going to talk about it. Thank you so very much. I wouldn't want to take much of our time, but at least I have like few things or more that I want to add to how the dual system first genocide in so many facets of life in that damnable zoological Fulani terrorist republic. And I want to start with the MBA. After the MBA, I will talk about the education system and I will talk about just a little. Honestly, everything is being divided as it is, south and north. Believe it or not, we are not one, we are divided. And so the Nigerian system is. Everyone here can tell that what we used to have some very years, even before I was born, was NBA, the Nigerian Bar Association, and all of a sudden, they came up with a new Nigeria Bar Association in 2020. I am telling you that divide and that debate is still on. They not want their own. They said they cannot cope with the NBA and whatever is happening there. The reason why I was asking, I'm trying to take us back memory lane. Anyway, what about this senior school certificate examination for our children who are leaving secondary school? They not came up in 1999 and said they cannot cope with this examination and form their own as National Examination Council, NECO, where they can write and behave anyhow, thereby dropping the school education standard to what we have now as rubbish. What about the ICANN, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria? That is what we grew up to know as the institution of accountants, and we know the worthy persons who had this chartered account, this record, who broke this record then. The North came and said they can no longer write this exam, they cannot pass it, and they will not cope. They formed another one called ANAN, Association of Nigeria Accountants of Nigeria in Jos, and that is what they are writing today. So comrades, you can see when our PM said Nigeria has been structured behind us without us knowing it. We never may be believed or did not know where and how it happened. Then we move down to the banks. We used to have indigenous banks, a lot of indigenous banks back then that we used to know. A lot of them have been shut down or bought over by them. And today they said no, they are going to give us Islamic development banks. And today we just have them springing up. The Jaiz Bank, the Taj Bank, the Lotus Bank, all of them come recently. As the other woman, Ngozi Fulani, is patronizing them. So some of our brothers and sisters, Biafrans here, is patronizing them because of no interest rate, for goodness sake, or whatever services they offer to you. I want every one of us here who has been banking with one of these Islamic banks that I have mentioned to go and think twice. You are helping the Islamization of Nigeria and of the conquest of yourself and your family. Because what that bank represents, it is just to protect the rights and interests of the Islamic world and of a specific religion, which is Islam. And you are helping them by building this bank. They projected in 2030 that it will grow by marvelous percentage. And I can see my brothers and sisters, if you go back home, you will see a lot of people patronizing this bank. Even the governors of the states over there, the southeastern states, are patronizing this bank. And you know what it is when you default in paying back a loan from an Islamic bank. We now move from there to go to the secularity of the state they called Nigeria. What you know as a secular state was by 1986 registered as a member of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. And today, that is what brewing and fueling the genocide that is going on against Christians and all the indigenous people in that damnable zoological Fulani terrorist republic. If we all know what it is, the IOC did not mean well. They know that Nigeria, if they actually believed, if the people from the north or the Muslims in the north actually believe that Nigeria is one, then why would you go openly using the national fund to go and register this same country under an Islamic organization to represent the interests of the Muslim world and to promote their cooperation both on economic, social, and political issues? And that is exactly directly what we are facing through. The registration of Nigeria into OIC is what we are suffering right now, Christians, whether we believe it or not. They are strengthening the cooperation and building solidarity between member states to protect its rights and interests of the Islamic world. There is no two ways about it. So as we are talking today, it all started in 1986 to be this tense, to be this brutal, because they have actually succeeded in structuring that country into what they want. What about the capital city? When they looked at it, that it's not going to be viable for them to achieve all of this without carving out their own from Lagos to Abuja, they carved their own from Lagos and created another capital city in Abuja. You can see all this. Then we're now digressing down to the law, the Sharia law system, the democratic system they say they are. We believe we're in a democratic government. Behold, we are not. We are in an authoritarian that this religious what's it called, theocracy. We are not practicing democracy. Nigeria, the world should listen to me today and every one of us here. Nigeria is not practicing democracy. Nigeria is practicing feudalism, authoritarian, theocracy, and whatever it is. Nigeria is a joke, a real big joke. Nigeria is not a democratic state. Nobody should miss word for that. what we know was customary laws, maybe the English common law, which when they say we want to take out the English common law, yes, we do not want the English laws. But then what about our customary law? Our customary law is indigenous to the people and their customs, and that is what we know, what have been thriving for us for several years, and gradually they sneak in the Sharia law. And this is to make it compatible with their Islamic agenda with the OIC, because that was all that was part of what was discussed in their membership they were in their membership structure and whatever they want. Today, the Sharia law is ruling, taking reign, just not even below, in fact, beyond the 12 states, because that is what it is. They want to start little by little, and they are going to run over the country with that Sharia law. We just got a report of somebody who is lamenting recently about how his building was taken over in something using the Islamic law to pass the verdict. And that is it. The man is not a Muslim, he is a Christian, and they are going to pass a verdict on that. So the Sharia law, you can see how democratic Nigeria is by now, making the Sharia law to override their customary laws and other laws they have in the court. So dear friends, it is no longer a joke. Are we talking about the insignias on the Nigerian army flag? Look at it. You say you have, if it is not a dual system, a very dangerous one at that. What is the Islamic insignia or writing or inscription doing on the armed forces flag, the Nigerian army flag? What is it doing there? Again, when you check very well in the Aso Rock, whenever a Muslim president is there, you will always see the Islamic flag alongside with the Nigerian flag in their offices. That is what is it. You will see them proudly standing side by side. We saw that widely open with Buhari holding the flag of the Islamic State alongside with the Nigerian flag. What about the currency? The Nigerian currency we are using today, and many of us are chasing after it more than our freedom. That currency, what is the insignia of the Arabic signs doing on the currency of the Naira notes that you are using? So you can see when they started, we thought a lot of people thought it was a joke. Obasanjo himself said it is something that is going to fizzle out. He didn't know that, behold, this has gone beyond a wave of the hand, and that has come to stay. Therefore, dear friends, I wish to tell you that whatever it is today that is going on has already been structured according to their plans. There is no one Nigeria. For those of you, the few points I have listed out here can tell you and can substantiate the reason why I am saying the Nigerian dual system for the genocide going on in that damnable zoo republic called Nigeria. And the earlier we all stand up to do the needful, to defend ourselves with our agema, the better for us. They have remained silent for a long time. They have been different. They have had different opinions. They do not want us to say the truth. When one truth is said, the other person comes to condemn it. Now they are already fighting the proposal and the endorsement of sanctioning the zoo, Nigeria, or Nigeria, against the genocide against Christians, to designate them, and they are fighting against it with tooth and nail. They are doing everything possible to make that go down, but we will not allow it go down. We will continue to propagate that gospel until those nails are driven into the coffins of Nigeria. We must nail Nigeria, we must nail them and bury them. We do not want that country to exist again. I will always target end this country now and save life, because that is what it is. They have been using takia, they have been using deceit to deceive people, and Nigerians take it like nothing is happening, and a lot of them are still believing that somehow someday one miracle will happen and Nigeria will return to normal. I am telling you, I've always said it and I will continue to say it. I have said it. In 2019, I had this clear vision to tell Nigerians to pass a message to the Nigerians, especially the Christians. They have cried so much that their cry has got to the Lord. And the Lord told them, He used me actually to speak. I do not know how to say it. I don't know how to pass this message because I am just a lone single person. I am not so vibrant in the media. I try to communicate. I don't know how to pass this message. I went to my Facebook page and I dropped this lengthy message. I received the message, came like in the night. I got up that night and jotted it out. I went to my Facebook in 2019 and I dropped this same message. What the Christians in Nigeria must do to avert what is coming. It was just so simple, so simple. They refused. When in 2020, Obadiah Maimelafia stood up, got up, I said, perhaps what this man is saying, maybe he got the message. Obadiah Maimelafia had the same message that Christians should hands down and what? Protest. A simultaneous protest all over the country. That is what the Lord needed. Everybody united. Christians must unite, and the unity must be one. You must unite. There is no formidable people who are not united. They said, united you stand and divided you fall. If you are formidable people, you must unite. And the Lord told them, all Christians, irrespective of your denominations, you must drop that denominational divide because it was what the enemy used to destroy you. They divided the body of Christ into pieces and into smaller units. One denomination, this denomination, this denomination, this denomination. And what? They all got different teachings and they got all gone away as lost sheep, even as lordship. Even their pastors cannot lead them. No more shepherd. Everybody went on their own way with different shepherd in the different diverse places. They do not have one particular voice anymore. And the Lord said, you all should come together as one. Do not divide anymore the body of Christ. For this body of Christ is one. And you all must go out on the street for 1 week, wearing sackcloth, singing praises, that the world will hear you and I will lead first. When you do this, I will lead first. 1 week, no job, no work, everybody hands down, both old men and women, and cry unto me, and I will hear you. This is what you are going to do. And that is all. I am telling you, I don't know where to pass this message. I went to Facebook, I went to Twitter. When I see them gather in a forum, I will pass the message a little and I will walk away. I said, whatever it is. And I came again. He said, if you do not do this, 2019, that period, you all will see what will happen to you. I went to a forum that I saw to the leaders of the church. This is what you must do, or else you all will begin to count your losses. And I left. When Obadiah got up in 2020 and passed the same message, I said, God, thank you so much. Perhaps you have added a voice to the voice you gave to me because I was restless. I don't know how that message will go forth when as the genocide continued. The genocide continued. And I told them, you all will cry. Your lamentations have not just started until you do this. And that is how it's going to be. Immediately in 2020, when Obadiah started this, they did not want him to continue because he was actually, the message was trying to take shape from him, and they ended him in 2021. That is the reason why they killed him. They killed Obadiah Maimelafia. They killed him because this is what he wanted to do. And that would have saved a lot, and that would have at least brought Nigeria down to its knees. So I am talking to you, all of you now, still residing in the north, still thinking that nothing is happening. When we speak, you said it was propaganda. When Oyendo was speaking since how many years ago, passing the messages of freedom, telling you what to come, you guys said propaganda. Today, I can hardly hear propaganda. I hardly hear propaganda going on the media. Nobody is saying anything is propaganda anymore. What happened? Nigerians have seen the truth. They want to see before they believe. The doubting Thomases have seen it happening real, and it is going to happen until you all do what is required of you. There must be a massive protest before this evil will end. And that massive protest is what is going to bring Nigeria down. It must happen. If it doesn't happen, then what is happening will continue to go on. Dear friends, that is just the word, and that is just the truth. The divide and rule system has been on for a long time. The dual system has been there for a very long time, and we did not want to take notice. With some of us feigning ignorance, and we are looking at our political leaders, the same corrupt political leaders, to guide us or to tell us what to do. That is what we are trying to say. We have to take the bull by the horn and do the needful. Protect yourself. I did not say it all alone. Even the deposed Musa right now said it, that we all should find a way of defending ourselves, that the Nigerian army cannot do it. For Musa to say this at last and disappear means that Musa himself has already, from that very day, handed over his resignation letter that he cannot work anymore. Of course, how can Musa continue to work when the people of Southern Kaduna, where he hailed from, his indigenous place, had already been run over and taken over? Onyendu told them, go defend Nigeria and lose yourself and lose your people. Defend Nigeria and come back in shame. Musa is down in shame. I don't think that Musa will survive it, because a lot of things has happened to his people in Southern Kaduna. Musa cannot survive it. It's better that he's being booted out right now than remaining to serve the same country that killed his own people, especially continue to kill the people of the chief of staff, of the chief of their army staff. They did. And today they are changing them for new persons. Let us see what is going to change. Nothing definitely is going to change in Nigeria, because just as the Lord has said, the time has come for Nigeria to be crumbled, for Nigeria to be written off from the map of the world. And we are going to do it. We are going to do it. If you guys are denying the genocide going on, you the pastors, even you, Father Cooper, I heard that you, and I read that you are denying a genocide. The genocide that you have already talked about several years. The genocide that makes even Rome, the late Pope, to recall you back to Vatican, because you were loud. You were speaking to the world. You were want the world to hear you on what is happening on the Christians. The same genocide that you escaped from in Sokoto Diocese, and the part of your parish house was burnt. You were lucky to escape, Father Kuka. And today, they have called you inside, mounted you on the horse to go and see the Sadwana of Sokoto. You went there, and they confused you. You came out to tell the world that it wasn't a genocide. If it wasn't a genocide, dear friends, what it is then ethnic cleansing. For ethnic cleansing is the same thing, is even more than what is called genocide. Ethnic cleansing is more than genocide. Both of them are happening in that zoological, damnable Fulani Terrorist Republic of Nigeria. And may the Lord help us at this last time, that you, Biafrans, will refuse to key into the freedom of your people. We refuse to key or line up to what your people are doing, especially all of us outside here in diaspora, that do not understand the reason why God has brought us out here to come and do the needful. And we fold our hands thinking that Nigeria will be better someday. By who? For goodness sake, brothers and sisters, comrades who are here, can a criminal, who is that criminal, a convicted criminal, give you freedom? What does he know about freedom? A convicted criminal. And a corrupt politician, a recycled corrupt politician for several years from the recycled bins of corruption, give you freedom? What do they think? What do they know about freedom? They give you freedom so that you will depose them and take over their opportunities. Is it? So if you are thinking that is any Nigerian politician that want to be politically correct with you, to ask you to go and register a political party, to come and have a representation in their useless National Assembly to talk about freedom, then you are wasting your time. We have to take it by force. I remember that portion of the scripture that said, from the very beginning, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and by violence, the violent will take it by force. Nigeria, America, today we are here. How many systems is America operating on? America is upholding their laws, their one constitution, and they told you it is built by God and it's on God's stand. And Nigeria is trying to copy, yet they went in and they dualized the entire system to favor some people and some religion and some faith, while the other persons can go and die, while the other persons can be exterminated. Well, if anyone thinks that this thing we are doing right here is a joke, I don't think it is. I don't think the person is in the right frame of mind. We are not joking. And if you are joking or you are sleeping, please rise up and wake up. It is morning already. We cannot be sleeping all day long. We cannot be sleeping away our fortunes and our future generation away in sleep and in doubt and in fear and intimidation and sorrow. We must do something. That is why the world is looking at us. We are crying and lamenting every day. What are you doing? Just imagine a little protest of just October 20th, the way it was just burnt down by some Nigerian politicians. Some call themselves police and military men. The same policemen and military men that cannot defend their people in their little communities. They cannot protect their people, the citizens, in their just little communities. Even in their little counties, they cannot defend their people. Tell me, what is the policemen doing in their counties or in their local government? At least in every state, we have a lot of policemen from one police station to the other way. I don't know how to put it, but we have them. What are they doing? I know and I can remember how Boko Haram took down all of them in Maiduguri in 2006 up to 2010. Boko Haram, they cannot deny it. Boko Haram dealt with all of them, destroyed all their facilities. Almost the whole policemen and their barracks were burnt down, and all of them were destroyed. Even the army, they knew how it happened. And somebody is telling us that government of Nigeria is not a sponsor of the genocide going on in that country. Some people are still doubting it, or some do not understand what is going on. It is happening every day, my brothers. It is happening every day. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the God of hosts, that have brought us leaders who have vision and have given us an army. An army to defend, at least protect our land. At least, if not for the military terrorists in uniform that is sent on us, if not for the series of the python dances that they come to do in Biafra land, disappearing our people, disappearing our youth, killing our men, raping our mothers and our children, abducting them, and incarcerating them in their prisons in the north. If not for those people, even Fulani knew that they cannot take southeast. They cannot conquer the Igbos. And because we refuse to be conquered, they hated us. Western Nigeria hated us. Northern Nigeria hated us. How can we be conquered? How can we be conquered? The Lord has made us in his own image. You cannot conquer Biafrans. We do not conquer anyone. We have never dreamt one day to conquer anybody. We decided to remain on our lane and within our territory, doing business, living together peacefully. And some people want to conquer us. We remember how the borders in the north were left open for the dissidents to come into the country. And I asked them, These people trooping into Nigeria, are they indigenous people of Nigeria? Are they indigenous to Nigeria? That is the dual system. These are foreigners. These are mercenaries from other countries, trooping into your country with arms. They come into your country, then the Nigerian army was not able to do their job. You allow them into your country to come and kill your people, to take over their land, to come and cause chaos. And today, some people are saying that they are trying to see what to do, how to send them back. How will you send them back? These people are already in your nooks and crannies, in your villages. They are already there. Well, I am saying RIP to Nigeria because that is what is going to be soon, and that is my wish. Thank you, Biafrans, who have been listening. The divide is too much. The currency we pursue has an Islamic insignia, and that currency was created or built or formed in 1973 after the Civil War. And that currency was coined into Naira and Kobo. And every one of us here knew what that means, those coinage. Naira is never allow Igbo rule again. And that is what it is. And Igbo will never rule that country. And we do not want it either. And the Kobo, they said, kill Ojukwu before others. And that is what they said it is. But the Lord of hosts spared Ojukwu until his time. So we have defeated them in their Naira and in their Kobo. And today they jealous us because we have gotten hold of that their currency. We are building ourselves with that their currency, and they are holding on to their useless powers while we are building on their currency, and we are making a lot out of their currency, and they are not happy right now. So we tell them, change the currency. That is how to start. Change the currency from Naira and Kobo and see if you can have a new beginning. Biafrans, come 2027, there will never be an election. And if there will ever be, that will be the worst regrets they will ever have, because that is the day and time set for the takeover of the new Nigeria Islamic Caliphate. Thank you so very much. I will yield my mic here. I said I don't want to speak too much or too long, but it seems I have gone too far. Thank you, tutors. Thank you for giving me the mic.
Thank you so much, Minister Abigail. Yeah, that was lengthy. Thank you so much. And we enjoyed the additional point that you added. You see, this is the unique thing about BRGIE space. You don't know it all. You've added a lot of points concerning the dual system that is carried out of reform in Nigeria. Thank you so much. That was very educative. Yeah, Bishop Cooker, you know, it was the appointment. Immediately, the Bishop of Macaulay, Benue State, came back from the congressional briefing, congressional hearing. Immediately that bishop came back, Tinubu said, okay, I know who to call. Maybe Tinubu tried to bribe the Bishop of Macaulay. He refused. And then he now said, okay, I know who to call because he was once a Muslim and he's a Fulani man. That was when he gave this Cooker here the appointment to be the Vice Chancellor of Kaduna Federal University. And he grabbed it. Immediately he grabbed it, he had to switch and begin to talk against the genocidal war going on in Nigeria on Christians. Because if you look at in 2024, this same Cooker said, killing Christians only offense, not punish. Bishop Cooker he was lamenting and always calling out on the federal government to stop the killings. But anyway, he's not our topic for today. Thank you so much, Minister. Yeah, please, let's manage time because we still have 3 good sections to talk about. Yeah, do not repeat what she has said or what I have said. Dig your own. Bring your own new point. Don't repeat what 2 of us have said or what my co-host said. Bring out something new. We want to learn something new. Yes, so my co-host, see, are you ready? You didn't say anything. Are you free now? No,
to go next? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm not ready, but let me just use 1 minute to say to thank our dear Barbie for all that said, which is very, very true. This has brought a lot of unequal enforcement of justice and everything, which is very, very true. So thank you so very much for digging that out and making us learn from, what you've been able to research about what is going on, which is very, very true. Starting from the ICANN, all the institution that was set up, that was, beneficiary to the citizens of that country, they've messed up the whole thing, and that is why we find ourselves where we are right now. So I'm saying thank you so very much. That was a very, very good submission. We appreciate you for always coming up here to speak to us. Put your number, please. Can you go ahead, please? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. All protocol duly and humbly observed. Without wasting time. Yes, thank the last speaker. Thank you so much. He spoke at length, but it is really, really worth it. The time worth it. Thank you for that input. And the host, thank you so much, and the co-host. Good works, Mr. Ebus. I thank my leaders. The Mazina Kana Prime Minister. I am really, really proud of them. Being among their generation is one of the best things that happened to me. I'm a proud, typical son of Ndibo. Yes, I'm very, very proud. Those who did not live or move around in Nigeria will not understand what is Nigeria. Sometimes when I speak, I don't speak because I want to speak. I school in Yoruba land, I help business, I move around, I contact, I was mistreated, I was humiliated. Sometimes when you have issue with other people, police will see that you are the one. In fact, you are innocent. They will divert the case just to make you look bad. But anyway, that is what it takes to be an Igbo man or a Biafra man in one Nigeria. And the Master came. They fought hard to open eye of many. I do not blame the young generation because they were lied to. I told you that there is a radio house in Yoruba land, also in the north. Their speciality is not to disseminate any information, any news, but to fabricate demonizing narrative against the Igbos. That is their speciality. And to the extent, there are people who was born in their land, when they listen to the same thing, they will be still having the same mindset against their own people because of that wrong narrative. And Maznakan came, he destroyed that narrative. Some of them who know the truth also join. I remember before when you come to social media, they were calling you Biafra. We are humiliated because we want to open the eye of every Nigerians to know what is coming. We are called all sorts of names. But I'm glad for our consistency because consistency is the key. That is why I'm proud of who I am. But the consistency. Others Nigerians have seen what we are seeing, what we have been seeing for the past decades. And my message to them is to remain consistent, not just speak today and go in tomorrow. That is not what women does. Women remain consistent in what they know is their right and what they believe in. And I'm proud of my leader Mazin Anikano. If I have to worship fellow human being, I worship him. Anyways, there's something Sanusi posted, but I want people to understand this. When these Northern Fulani Takia players say to take it, but don't ever think that they are with you with that truth they say. Just take the truth, but see them. Never you see them as your friend, but see them as the enemy which they are. But tell the truth, because they know how to play the Takia. Yesterday I was playing, going through Chetama audio and Kule. And I will beg us to one day to bring a big platform. Let us analyze that audio, word by words. That audio, sentiment audio. Yes, the audio, that leaked audio, which we have not analyzed it. That people need to analyze that audio. We need to play it and interpret everything and compare it to what is happening now for those who are sitting on the fence, on those who think that anything good will come from Nigeria. Think that Nigeria is their own state. And at this point in time, any blooded Biafran son or daughter from that Scottish United States of Biafra, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's situation is not provoking you, is not making you to ask yourself a question, to know that it's your duty to form BDF, to support Biafra government, then I will advise you to go and check the blood around you, so that you will not be mistaking yourself or ask your mother question very well. Because I know who we are. Anywhere I want to talk to, I know who we are. We have the same mind. We have the same thing. What about propaganda? We are people. And we have the same feeling, we have the same reasoning. Unfortunately, the Igbo-speaking Biafrans have the targeted, they carry the bullet because why? Not because they are against anybody, because they see them as the obstacle for their evil against those who stop them from what they're doing today. But God has failed to realize the time before it comes deep like this. I'm angry sometimes because I know what I went through. I didn't say somebody say I'm eyewitness to everything. I'm a first-hand witness. Let's say another politician, because I start fighting for women from my family, not because when I'm a defender of women, I did not say for mouth. I started from my own family. My elder sister lived a deeper life. We have common issue. Then the other opposition came to arrest my elder sister, my elder brother. My elder sister talked to that man truthfully that I ashamed. What I still my elder sister. We drag it. I was still young then. We drag it for hours. They see that I'm serious. I said they must keep my sister. I put myself in the place of my sister. Then we went there. My elder brother wrote his own statement separately. I wrote my own separately. The IPO is from North, but it's not Hausa. It's not Fulani. I think he's another tribe from North. Then he wrote the statement of my brother, my own. We did not sit close, but we wrote the same thing. So that this same thing was so trained that we were not talking lie. But he corrected me on one thing. Because then when I write, I'm leaving paragraph. Then he tell me that whenever I'm writing a station in a statement, I shouldn't leave any gap. That gap, I can be incremented through that gap. So that correction later, as a commoner, you still go to settle. But that thing made me become friends. So when my brother was married, because my town is third largest among the 8 towns that make up my local government. My town is third largest. That my town, we marry each other.
Onyeka, can you hear me?
Yes, my lady.
Yeah, please. I'm so sorry to cut you off. Kindly focus on the segment that we are talking about.
I want to put point. Just a point. This point will support what we are doing. Let me tell
you the first segment that we are talking about the root of these inequalities and what happens.
The point I'm bringing now is going to tell me I want to bring a point, just a point. Just 1 minute, okay, please, okay? I will just run up, okay? So let me go to this man. That man came to my place. That my place to where my brother married is not a part of my town. They were asking me, is this one local government? They told me if we were to be in the north to this local government. That how they do everything, the same, how they created everything, how they are to get about resources. There they create Sharia law. They create everything. And that whenever they protest, they will burn out. It is mass now they can open the eye of the outside to make them refuse to be used by the Fulani today. We need to listen to that audio. See the impact is playing in what's happening today. That audio, what is said in that audio, compare it to what's happening today. You know that Chetima, Nigeria need to hold Chetima accountable. Chetima need to rot in jail. The world is supposed to arrest Chetima. Chetima is the brain behind Christian genocide today. Chetima, the vice president of Nigeria. You go and release to that audio. And the destruction of Igbo business in Lagos today, Chetima is behind it. Anyway, my people, when I'm angry, I don't want to speak because sometimes I can let me put it here, but I'm very, very angry. And they need Biafran to be angry by now. I'm very, very angry. And the world do not underestimate my anger.
Abstaining from drinking on camera all season. Her drinking has been alluded to a lot through the series. Has anyone here seen this? Marcy, we can't hear you again, or is it just me?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
No, I'm done.
Are you angry? You need to tell us. Yeah. What can we do? Don't be angry. It will soon come to an end. Everybody is angry. The way they are killing.
Don't speak. I speak the way you may not. Let me come.
When your anger comes down, then you can pick the mic again, okay? Take it easy. You know your heart is very important. Cool down, breathe in and breathe out. And we know it is painful to everyone, but consider your health as well. Breathe in, breathe out, relax, take it slowly. When you are okay, you can come back. We love you. Take it easy. Big on. This is the same thing I tell Afam when Afam wants to explode. We need all of you to be alive to see Biafra. Oh, please. Biko, we love each and every one of you. Cool down. Oh, it's painful, we know. Okay, my brother, take some rest. Take water. Oh, take water. Cool down. Yeah, Mama Betty, you have the mic. Don't be angry also, Mama Betty.
Oh, my sister. Is hard. It's difficult. It's painful. I really know where Onyeka is coming from. You know, young men like this, their anger with Nonso and the rest of them. Thank you, wonderful Biafrans. All protocols observed. My special greeting will always go to our heroes, Mazi Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and Mazi Ogenkere. And finally, our BDF, all of them, their big boss. Thank you. Our big boss, Butuzo, and Commander Gentle. Biafrans, all of you that are contributing, my prayer goes after you people every day. You are not only doing the work of God, you are showing the world that we aren't going to take their rubbish anymore from the Fulanese, and they are supporting Yorubas. Not all Yorubas, but some are supporting the Fulanese. You see, God created us all. We have the same nose, the same eye, the same mouth, for the same reason, but they don't look alike. And that is how our problems are. So sometimes when I was little, I would ask God, why do you create so many people? But now I'm seeing the reason. Each and every one of us have his or her uses, their need. We cannot all think alike. But when we have a common goal, like what we are doing now, we will be bound by this very bonding to think alike and do things similar to one another as a group. When they wrote here how Nigeria dual system fuels genocide, many ways, uncountable ways. You see now that Showore conducted this protest, they see it, Fulanis that are ruling Nigeria and their supporters, they see it as blasphemy. They see it as blasphemy. How dare you challenge the authority? And how this dual system fuels genocide is simply the ones who do not believe in what their agenda is speaking out to us will be either unalived or be put in jail. And those who are busy unaliving people are the ones who get justice. So this genocide is because you do not believe in their agenda, in what they are, selling out to us, forcing us down our throat to take their religion. Something that happened centuries ago, they are still taking us back, dragging us. And when you look at the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case has been dragging on, you will know that they have, like my sister Akuta said, they have actually, used their takia to decide cases in a country like zoo. Because Nigeria was created for the interest of the creators, those who made it. So this dual system is benefiting those who dualized it, those who want you to believe that their forefathers came, conquered you, and you must serve them whether you like it or not. So they are not only going to bring you Islamism, but they will also Fulanize you. Because like Abigail said, if you look at the money, the coat of military arm, it is about Islamic religion. You look at the Naira note, is about Islamic religion. So where else do you think that they will not uh, rub that stamp on the face of everything that lives and exists in that zoological republic? But my people, I haven't come here to say something that will please anybody, because someone who don't love you and you keep loving them, that will make you a stupid person. If people don't like you, they don't love you, and they show it to you that they don't love you, and you keep sticking around, why are you so stupid and so foolish? For how long are we going to talk to people to understand that they did it in Syria, they did it in Turkey, that they will still do the same thing? And apart from the Biafrans that have been challenging them since 1967 till date, because that war never ended. Now you people are seeing it. So how stupid can anybody be that people will come and be bulldozing your houses, making you homeless? They will burn your business, the one they call economic jihad, and you are still sticking around, waiting for people to come and preach for you to leave Nigeria. So people have said a lot. Tito have said a lot. Nsi have said a lot. Ben have said a lot. Even our brother Mazi Onyeka have said a lot. Not to talk of what our sister Abigail said in a few minutes. Powerful speeches. All we need now is to realize that you have problem at hand. This is not time of investment or buying new cars or going to do Igbanku or Igba Igu. Which one you are going to buy, I don't know. Or going to show as Ashwebi. This is a very serious time in our lives that we have to rise up like men and women. Don't act like cowards. or like educated idiots. Let it anger you people. Why they are keeping Onyendu there is because it is Takia. Because when Judge, what's his name again? This last judge came, he said it's an accelerated procedure. And that acceleration has descended. It has come down. It's no longer accelerated. It's now the Takia or the what is it called? The what is this name of their law? Sharia law. That's what Onyendu is facing, but you people don't know. Onyendu is facing Sharia. If not for what the people will do to them, they would have tried Onyendu or maybe public execution. They don't care. These people don't care about you.
Malami said, if they had known, they would have poisoned him. He will die slowly from Kenya. Malami said it.
Yes, yes, I believe that everything happening to Onyendu now is after effect of the poison they have been giving him. Because Onyendu is a young man.
Mommy, can I just ask you a question because of what you effective of what you just said now?
Go ahead.
Oh, now, if we Biafrans have conscience, we have grace, we can take, we speak all manner of English. We have gone all the whole universities, all the whole school. Welcome. Mommy, my question is that how can we sit back? Because I have been asking myself this question since 2021 that someone who was kidnapped, extraordinary rendition against international treaty. How can we sit back and allow Nigeria, that we know that is a terrorist state, to continue to terrorize our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, forcefully trying to try him in the court, and we are here. Some of us will want to talk about that. That is my question. On what ground, on what base, that the Nigerian terrorist state will hold our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and even have the country today to say that they want to do this or want to do that? In what court, on what base, on what ground? That is my question.
That's what I'm telling you, that directly or indirectly, this is Sharia judgment. And again, they kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there for the politicians working for them to keep using Onyendu to deceive the people of Biafra land, to keep voting for them. That's what they are doing. Don't you remember when Charles Soludo went there to take pictures with Onyendu? He said to them, "Give me Onyendu, I will be a shorty." He came out and they are using it for their political aggrandizement or whatever. I don't know. That's what they are doing. So Onyendu is there facing Sharia law. But you people don't know. But I believe that the stage Onyendu has taken the thing now is going to hook them on their neck. Because I saw Wike, who was called to come and be a witness, rambling in the channel's news, So, Biafrans, when our sister Tutos was talking, she mentioned blasphemy law, and I went on voyage of discovery to search out what blasphemy law is all about. And here it says, blasphemy law are statutes that prohibit the insulting or showing contempt for a deity or a sacred object. And you know that Fulanis are always telling you that is either Dorothy, what's the name of the girl they stoned to death? Or Deborah. It's either she wrote a contemptuous note on her WhatsApp group with her students. That's why they fired her. They continue, they said, while many countries globally have or have had such laws, they have been abolished in many Western countries, including England, Wales, and Scotland, though they remain on the books in some places like Northern Ireland. and are strictly enforced in other nations, such as Pakistan. Then, my people, I kept going down to find out, and I saw below this very definition where it says that EBL, which is End Blasphemy Law, that's the name of the group, that they wrote a very big, a lengthy something about why they want blasphemy law to end. Do you know that they have pictures and names of countries where blasphemy law is attracting life or death sentence, and Nigeria is number one, Pakistan, and the rest of the countries. They colored it with brown. So Nigeria was one. Now, my people, when you look at this, you will realize that Onyendu is facing Sharia, dual system. They have English law, they have a Sharia law. That is what they have introduced, and that is what Onyendu is facing. Because when you think of it, our PM was only in November that Finland called him from questioning to now bringing a tribunal a standard of judges to come and try Onyendu. They are not even qualified judges, and they tried PM and sentenced him to 6 years imprisonment just from November till now. But Onyendu, that was abducted from Kenya to Nigeria since 2021 till date, is still going backward and forward to court. And Onyendu, his lawyers made an application that Nigeria government should adhere to the rule and order of 3 judges in the High Court, that Nigeria government has no jurisdiction over Onyendu's case based on the illegality, the way Onyendu was brought back without due process, because they should have applied to Kenya court. If you want to return a fugitive from another country to another, there is a national and international rule and procedures, but they never followed that. So these 3 judges who knew what the judiciary should be doing, justice, they pronounced this very order that Onyendu should be returned to Kenya, where he was abducted from, and pay him 500 million naira. So Onyendu's lawyers recently made appeal to the court that you people have no you have no jurisdiction over this case. No court, not even Supreme or Appeal Court anywhere in Nigeria. They say that they have jurisdiction. So sometimes you begin to wonder, when is Nigeria going to clean their dirty image? And when you see that they are not even ready, they are not batting an eyelid, what are you still waiting for? Somebody hates you to the extent of bulldozing your house, bulldozing up to 1 million houses, and you are still wanting to live with them. They are burning your businesses, you still want to live with them. All Obi is doing is to serve the interests of Nigeria. My people, let me tell you, Fulani don't love us. Yorubas have demonstrated theirs openly. They don't like us. Why do you think they want to hold us? They are not holding you back because of the love. They are holding you back for the interest of their slave masters who own Nigeria. That's why they are holding you. Because the hatred is so obvious, very glaring, that even a blind man who protested the other day, they could feel it. You know, they were going in batches. Barrow people, wheelbarrow protesters passed, and the next people that followed them was blind people. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Mazi Nnamdi. Now the whole Nigerians converging together to protest, regardless of their religion, their ethnic background. They came out in force, and I was jumping up. because the world, they are watching. They are watching that there is nothing like Nigeria. You will find Igbos, Hausa, and Yoruba. That's all. Fulanis are foreigners, they are visitors. So, my people, this is not a thing that anybody will get angry. We have to talk to our people in a way that, in fact, if they are getting angry, let them get angry and come and donate. When Onyendu was telling the whole Nigeria that Fulanis are coming, they never realized it until that 20th of this month that they all came out in mass to protest against the injustice that is going on in Nigeria. And that is the dual system, fueling genocide. Because those that they are killing in their hundreds and thousands are those that do not believe in their system. Those who do not believe in their evil agenda to Islamize and Fulanize Nigeria. So, my people, I will leave my mic so that others will have the opportunity to say something. Get angry. Donate everything you have. You can make it IOU. When Biafra comes, my people, you will be paid double. There is no point saving to go and buy house or to go and buy anything now. Any Biafran saving money now to buy anything now does not know what he or she is doing. We need every donation that we can get. We need it. Nigeria, there is nothing like Nigeria. Even Baba Wolowo, a Yoruba man, he said that it is only a geographical expression. We can't be playing into the hands of our enemies, pretending that we don't know what they are doing. Those who are in diaspora, who are still ignoring us, remember that your families are back home. That the BLA, despite their presence, your people would have all been in IDP camp. So there is every reason why you should donate. Whether you are putting your name there or you are doing it anonymously, make sure you donate. Tomorrow is Saturday, our mega fundraising day, usually 7 p.m. Biafra time. So, Biafrans, rise up. Rise up. The time to donate angrily in annoyance is now. We cannot be begging you people, or every day we are preaching, and at the end of the day, during fundraising, nobody will be there. How do you think that Biafra will come? How will Biafra come? Anyone that calls me, oh, what is this? When is this? I will ask the person, first of all, do you donate? Because you cannot be drinking poison and expecting your enemy to die. No. We want Biafra. Therefore, we have to take responsibility and sponsor Biafra coming. Thank you so much, my people. I'm still around. Thank you. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra, Mama Betty. Thank you for your submission. Thank you so much. You spoke at length. Yeah, Biafrans, please, those of you that are joining now, thank you, Mama. We have organized this space. If we take everything and talk in the first session, what will we say in the second session? Please, let's follow the template so that the space will flow. There's a space for Onyendu, which comes under selective justice. Please, if not, we'll run out of what to talk about. We are still in the first part. Yeah, explaining what the dual legal system means and how it violates the principles of equality. So, except we are done with the first one, then we can go to the second one. How this now leads to the genocide that we are talking about, which we are going to back up with data. Then after that, we now go to how it leads to selective justice. That is where the case of Onyendu will come in and Showore. And then the last segment is the Biafra's awakening. If we follow the template, we will learn a lot. But if we mixed it up, for somebody like me, I'll get confused. So I don't know if we still have people that wants to. Minister Snow, you are here. David, welcome. I can see you.
Please, please.
Can I just make use of that? I just woke up, it's 2 a.m. and I found out you are
Yeah,
on
hold on first, please. Just give me 1 minute, please. Yeah, so I supposed to be one Young Money. I have to take permission from him because it's Young Money. Please, will you permit a hardcore to go? Thank you so much. So hardcore, we are in the first section, and we want to really dwell on that so that our people will understand what this dual legal system means before we go to any other thing. If not, we'll mix up the whole template for the space. So if you can follow that, I'll be so grateful. Thank you so much. Young Money, sir, I should give you the mic. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Young Money. Thank you so much. God bless you. Greetings to all dear fam. All protocols duly observed. It's been a long time. Thank you, Tutor. Those in the world. Straight to the topic. How Nigerian dual system fuels genocide and silence dissent. Sincerely speaking, there are two laws in Nigeria. They are not making the Sharia law publicly, but after passing a judgment in their judicial system, they still door to reconvene that case without even the offender or the complainant and present it to their mindset with Sharia law. For example, today, you can see the post that is going on around. A Biafran man who built a shop in Abuja, and the Sharia law, according to him, some people came to the shop and said they are coming from Sharia law court, that the shops, 3 shops he built has been auctioned. He said he built that shop since 2012. He said it has nothing to do with Sharia law, that he's a Christian. They invited him. But in order to respect them, he went to the Sharia court. Yet, they auctioned that shops. So a system where there is a court that portrays Islam, and it's at the same time the government that they claim to be one Nigeria, functioning together in one society. Such country will never stand. Secondly, as of yesterday, I think it was yesterday, by the one village like that in Kaduna, I would like to be specific in what I'm saying. In Kaduna, it is what's the name of the state? It's called it's where Tukwara state border. The communities behind Kwara state border. They witnessed the truckloads of Fulanis landing at their border, where government officials from INEC are already waiting for them to issue them voters card. These people they are not from Nigeria, from nowhere they came, but someone has already assigned INEC officers from Abuja to go that place and give these people voters card. I will leave it there, then we'll go back to the origin of all this things we're talking about. The easiest way the only way, the fastest means they use, first of all, is religion. We know that Usman Danfodio came into the northern part. North was wealthy, they were rich in culture, in agriculture, they were doing amazingly well. But Danfodio came as a scholar. Coming as a scholar, he also have his own agenda. That agenda is that jihadist movement. Look at these people. Watch them very well. Fulanis can plan something and follow it up for 50 years, 100 years. Even when they are dying, they will hand over that to their children and they will continue. They never forgive and they never give up. Just like they penetrate the minds of our politicians, begin to use them, manipulate their mind, put them on the tight corner that they cannot speak out again. That is what they did to all the traditional leaders in original Hausa land. They keep seeing them as those who has come to help their children to more about Islam. Little do they know that today there will no longer be even a house of rep, even a councillor who is original northern indigenous. Fulani has taken over everywhere. The same methods they used is what they are implementing right now in Biafra land. That was why last time when our beautiful elder sister made it categorically clear that the problem we have is Igbo politicians. Though some people pick offense, I myself, I couldn't hold it. After some days I have to voice out because I don't know how to keep mood. But the question is this: what is the whole Nigeria saying now? So we tell you the same thing. The Igbo politicians have been brainwashed by these people using Takia. Listening to Very Dark Man today, I was listening to him in the afternoon when I was walking. I was like, is it not the same thing? He said that people accuse him of not supporting Biafra, that he hates Igbo. So he has opportunity to get so many informations through the people he meets every day in security and corridors. That the reason why he stopped talking is that the people made it categorically clear that the bourgeois, the politicians, the wealthy men in Biafra land make sure that Nnamdi Kanu remains where he is today. That they are paying big money to the government to keep him there. While we are struggling to make sure that he's free, some people are busy paying heavily to keep him there. What are they protecting? Their political interest. Now, let me not go far from the point I'm making. This legal dual system now, where the Northern Sharia law court bans people from selling alcohol. They go to Igbo people's Biafran shops and destroy their markets because they are selling alcohols. But the revenue that is coming from NBC, they are getting their own tax, their own share. They are not buying alcohol. They are not contributing to the growth of that company so that the company can pay tax. But they are getting their own share every year from it. Double standard. It comes to educational system. I have never heard such in this world that in a country where there is a secular system, they claim to have a secular system. That someone will write, children will go and write jam, and you will tell me that the ones from the south or the ones from Biafra land, they must score 230, 250 before going into school. Then the one from the north, even if you have 70 or 80, you are getting admission immediately. I don't know. Sometimes when I think about this, I can't, my brain will be, Does it mean that we have two? I'm not asking that question. It's very clear that we have two systems of government, two kinds of citizens, but in resources, in crude oil and all this, and political gain will become one. When you reach to take oil from the Biafra land, we are one Nigeria. When they need your vote, we are one Nigeria. When you get to where it will be beneficial in education and all the rest, this dual system takes place. Now, on religious side, I grew up having some friends. From a friend who is from Yoruba man, Kenny, is a Muslim. I remember those days that sometimes we'll be arguing, and he will bring Quran, I will bring Bible, we'll be quoting now, and I'll be telling him, look at this one saying this, we'll talk about it. Sometimes he's praying on his own side, I will be on my own side, pray, and we'll sleep. We never had any problem. Then I never really understand that there is these two system or secular, can I say, different kinds of Muslim. The Shia and the other one, I don't know what they call it, Shia Muslim and Sunni, Shia and Sunni. Even the dual system we're talking about is in their own religion. Where some believe that if you blaspheme, that the offense is tantamount to buying. And some believe the other way. Now, what is the genesis of this Biafra we are talking about? What brings about Biafra? Take your mind back. You don't just get up one day and say, I want Biafra. The same question I always ask people. This thing they are talking now, they can. Have anyone asked the court just one single question? How did you bring in Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria? That is the only question. How did you bring him to Nigeria? What is the origin? The origin of this particular war that led to this Biafra is still the same dual system that was existing there in the north. Where at any little provocation that place, now my mind, that breaks to break my heart. If I remember people to kidnap Asna Kanu, I thought they asked us, why did people carry people because that place, that thing that is the plan, every other thing they do for this. They never want to, they don't want to talk about that. I think that meeting they pay me pass. I think we'll go kidnap people because in Nigeria, the government. Okay, let me ask you. Let me ask a question. The other question I'm asking the Southeast governors is this: stop Monday sit at home. Stop Monday sit at home. Stop Monday sit at home. What is the reason why people are sitting at home? Nobody wants. Once you ask that question, nobody will go that side. Why are they sitting at home? Once you go that side, they will dodge it. Dual system. So in that northern part of Nigeria before the war, this dual system is already in existence. A situation where maybe somebody will draw a cartoon about Muhammad instead of holding the person responsible. The Biafrans who are selling, who are in the markets, who are in the street, who are living in certain area, they will bear the consequences. Initially, it was working because all Fulani need is to provoke. Put in a little provocation, then Alamajiris, the Hausa children will move to the street and slaughter our people. If not for the coming of Martin and the Kanda, open their own eyes today. No Hausa man, no original Hausa man now will get up to go and kill a Biafra because they have understood that their problem is Fulani. Their mindset has been opened. This dual system made them to slaughter our people in millions and load them in a train and move them down to where the whole Biafran shed tears. Dual system. Sharia law side by side with judicial law. This country, such a country can never exist. It's not even supposed to be it's not supposed to be a country in the first place. Look at what I just said now. These ones have to keep their guns in the bush, then come to get INEC. voters card. They are not Nigerians, so. And believe me, as you see all of them, they have this NIN, National Identity Card. All of them, they have it now. They have it, that same ID card that you have, claim it as a Nigerian. A terrorist from Futajalon has it in his pocket. He's your brother. So, is it not the system that was not working that Ojukwu and Gowon went to Abodi to discuss? Since this coexistence is causing us problem, let's put it this way in regional. These people go there and take care of themselves so that when you are a Biafran, if you are in the north, if they are treating you bad, you go back to your own region and invest there. And you don't like the way you are being treated in the north, you can go back to your region and invest there. That was the idea. So that this world system will not be affecting different tribes. Because I don't see the reason why you would bring a nation that has almost 450 to 500 different languages and put them together and you are forcing them to be one. Even those people that were building Tower of Babel according to the story in the Bible, they have not been punished with different languages like this. The more reason why Nigeria can never be good because who even understand each other? We are enjoying the Madagascar revolution, we are enjoying the Kenya revolution, all the countries that are doing revolution because they have one single language. They hear each other. They have same culture. But the system that you are seeing today, when Fulani thief and you raise your head, the Fulani people will say, leave him, he's our thief. When I hear about thief and you say, no, this is in the constitution, why will you do this? Say, leave him, we like him like that. He is our drug dealer, and we will manage him. And the people say, since you don't want to obey the agreement they have in Aburi, and then they want to continue killing my people, we have no option than to go. That same thing Ojukwu fought is what we are talking about today. We are still fighting against it today. That dual system where they benefit when it comes to our resources, when it comes to getting our vote, but when it comes to those things that will benefit us as a citizen, we are denied to lay hand on them. The only thing that will save us is Biafra. If you go back to the history of Africa, the kingdom called Kemet, the ancient Egypt, they are all blacks. How did they lose their land? They can't find one single black man in Egypt again. The ancient Moors, who were the first blacks to appear in Australia, in some parts of Europe, how did they disappear from the surface of the earth that today there is no original blacks who exist in their ancestral land anymore? That journey that made them lose their identity and their origin wasn't just 10 years journey, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. It's a journey of hundreds of years. Gradually, kerosene movement. You know, when you drop a kerosene on the ground, it will be spread gradually. That is the Fulani movement. They are expanding gradually. They have taken position. They have relaxed themselves. You know the most painful thing is that the same politicians that everybody is pointing at now, they are not even reasoning. They are not even thinking what me and you were thinking. They are only thinking about next election. They're only thinking about the deal, the contract. They are not even thinking about. They are thinking about the house they are going to buy in Canada and US. They are not thinking about motherland. I may not be awake to join you guys to the next segment, so I want to finalize what I'm saying with this. First, I'm going to say in Igbo, Abambo Otunogwe. Ababo Otunogwe. Igbo Vejosi. Onabobo Kabirako. Epugenu Puana, as no Igbo politicians. We said it, we go this side, they say Igbo politicians. Those who want to cover it, want to manage it so that it will, the problem we have, that even at the point of death, we are still looking for English that we are going to use to present so that our enemies will not be offended. We are still looking for a way to present it so that America or Europe, let them not see us like this. The enemy that is coming to kill you have no choice of language. That thing that their father left for them, the way he wrote it, that is how they are following it. Now, we have known our problem. It is very clear that these people want Hamadike dead. The same people that want to Hamadike dead, they can still tomorrow formulate one petition and go to Finland again. They can get up tomorrow and begin to hunt for Oget Bunker. They can start hunting for anybody. Do you know why they are doing this at will? We have never for one day knocked at their door. As long as we are not hitting the heel on the neck, we will keep doing and they will be taking us one by one. As they still move around with their siren and there is like that. They are the one doing it. You go inside, they're telling you, Hausa man is telling you, oh, it's your politicians. You go to the government, Abuja will tell you, no, we have not, it's your politicians. And those your politicians, you are seeing them every day. And when you want to, someone will say, hey, she doesn't speak like that. Against you, have to be diplomatic. Diplomatic with all your family. Tonight when I see her, I'm just gonna check in with her and just kind of talk about it. I love it that you have. I don't need to say much. We know our problem. Our problem is not Hausa. Our problem is not Fulani. Our problem is those who are opening the doors for the enemies to come in. Our problem are those who are paying money to Abuja to keep Nnamdi Kanu where he is. Our problem are those who went to Finland to submit petition. Our problem are those who refuse to support the freedom of Biafra. Meanwhile, they are wealthy and they are blessed. And one man also asked, if you are doubting me, brother, have you seen any prominent Igbo man, influential Igbo man, billionaire celebrity speaking about the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu? We know our problem. Maybe you have started doing akia towards our problem, but I believe it's not there. The dual system of government, dual system of legal activities, dual system of religions that you are seeing in the north, that we are looking at them, it is under your slippers. It is in Igbo land, it is in Biafra land. Dual system of culture. Disunity. Look at that man that lost his 3 shops at Abuja. I believe he might have listened to Nnamdi Kanu telling them, come back home. Look at the ones at home. They can never come out to speak the truth of what is going on in Biafra land. But just because they needed to bring some certain people down, they will put all the lies, propaganda, and everything to our system. Who are the ones leading Fulanis, hiding inside the armored tankers to point houses of their brothers where they destroy and set up place? I want to get my mic here. And I pray that we will look deep and search for that particular thing which is the engine of the problem we are facing. Grammar cannot give us that. When we hit the nail on, we hit the hammer on the nail, the rest will adjust. Then you will see the door will open. Freedom is a little touch of dialogue, diplomacy, and the full strength of brutality. That is the only way to survive. And I yield my mind. Airborne! 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 All must hail. Biafra! Love you, my people.
We love you too. We love you too, hardcore. I was waiting for the final submission of the acclamation. Hey, Paul, God bless you. You know, you just reminded me of something. I hope you will sleep well. Oh. In the educational sector, we forgot that jam point, cutoff point in jam, the one for North is different from the one in every other state. Yes. Different cutoff points in the northern states and different cutoff points in other states in Nigeria. Again, the same dual legal system. Anyway, we will go deeply into it later. Let's give the mic to our host. Our Minister Snow. Young Money, oh my God, you've been kicked out. Please permit Minister Snow. I'll bring you up again. Minister Snow, are you there?
Yes. Good afternoon,
Okay.
everyone.
You have the mic, sir. Well, no, Amedi.
Kondo.
Come through.
Good afternoon. It was Uncle Ben Owago greetings from here. My deputy Akuta, I greet you from here. Our own Betty Ford greetings. My Tony, hardcore, thank you for that submission. I see when Stanley, Tortiville, Udogu, Mommy Love, Mighty God, my brother, greetings from here. OJ, Rage and Fury, my own six, 1 million, Nana Kedo, Sister Stella, Mary Telcam, and everyone on the space separate. I see all of you and I greet you, please. I want to stand on the existing protocol. I'm not going to take long, just because a lot of people have said so much, especially on the very point that we are treating. But I just wanted to say this, when we talk about double system or dual system, we should understand that there is nothing like dual system in Nigeria. Nigeria operates in a system that suits those who feel they are here to conquer you, which is the Islamic jihadist and the extremist, the Fulanis. And if it ever exists where we can describe all the things that is happening as dual system, it is because we are not one. The thing we see as dual system is people trying to force onto others that which they practice, like the Sharia law when we talk about it. It is just simply them trying to force it down your throat. You do this or you die. So that as a system. The system should be able to favor the people, or the people should be able to work with the system, one way or the other. But here it's more like a forceful thing on the people. So it's not. I don't see it as a dual system. I see it like forcing two people who are not same into one. Trying to put male and female in one body. It wouldn't work. You can't. It's just like all these people who do whatever they do, change man into woman. It's not organic. It can never work. We should remember in the north they seize people's alcohol, destroy alcohols and shops of people who are selling alcohol. But they take majority of the taxes from the alcohol beverages from the south. So I don't know. It's not a. That's why I say it's not a dual system. I've never seen any country that operates on a dual system. Because we are not same people, that is why it appears that way. And when you talk about Oriental, when my sister Betty Ford was speaking, that was when this actually I said I have to say this. To make me to that, I know you're not here discussing about Onion, but let me just say this, please. You know, the court system in Nigeria will never, ever let Onion out. I've said this over and over again. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter what anybody does. Why do I say this? A kidnapper, a man, a person who, when you're kidnapped, there are two things the kidnappers are asking. Is either you pay ransom or they kill you. In Onyendu's case, he was kidnapped. And the ransom they are asking of him is to give up Biafra, which you and I know Onyendu is not going to do. So which other thing is left? Is it that they want to kill him? So people need to understand this thing about our leader Mazen Namdekan. There is no way the Nigerian system and setting will let Onyendu go. A lot of us have talked and screamed about this over and over again. It's not going to happen. The freedom of Onyendu lies in the hands of you and I. It's in the hands of Biafrans. And when we say you and I, we're not talking about the politicians. We're not talking about the so-called billionaires or millionaires or elites, whichever way you choose to describe them. Because all these people are part of the problem that we are experiencing today. Just like Hardcore said, the only reason why there are still people who are able to speak and, distract what we're doing today is because the so-called illegitimate governors and political elites in our land, they're still walking around. A man who is oppressing you is walking around in your backyard, in your living room, and still oppressing you in your own house. How do you let them be? How many politicians do we have in our land? How many politicians do we have in our land? What stops the people from taking over their land? My APM has said this over and over again. Take your land. Take over your land. Do whatever you can and take over your land from these people. But our people just sit back. If Uncle Dinamba starts talking about it now, I see Nona Bamba, Nona America. If Mikey Dogs talks about it, some people will say Nona Bamba, Nona. You get what I mean? Like, we can never be free if we don't get rid of these idiots called politicians and elites in our land. People like Liao, they shouldn't be walking around. People who boldly say on the screen that they will sabotage Biafra instead of Biafra to come, are walking around in our land. Why is that even happening? I say this. I have said this to a couple of people. The only single regret I have right now is that I'm not on ground. I swear to God. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of the everyday talking, and they're taking us all for a ride. They sit back, they just tell themselves, at most we're just going to talk. I am not tired of fighting for my freedom, but I'm tired of talking and telling people what they are supposed to do. Look at Buhari. You do everything, and I gotta tell you what you're gonna do to people who have come to kill you. How does that even make sense at all? Just make that stupid shit make sense to me. That I sit in my house in the United States and I tell you who is suffering, who is being killed, who is watching your community go down every day what you're supposed to fucking do. Make that shit make sense. Make it make sense to me. You talk, some people tell you, and you guys are they are doing this. Are you fucking dumb or what? Even in Dubai, Mazin and the Khan is another savior. What the fuck are you doing about your savior being in chains? What are you guys doing? Then when we cut her in, you say we have loud mouth. Are you not stupid? Actually, my Peter were my people emergency because they were after his savior. Where are the Peters in our land? Only in Nigeria. Are there still men in Igbo land? It just don't make no sense to me. My only regret is that I'm not on ground. I swear to God, every day, if you're not a rich man, if you're not a politician, I don't have business with you. But if you're one of those who are oppressing my people, I don't care if my people is in the end of Biafra land. As long as you're oppressing in Biafra, you don't deserve to be in our land. I watched Uchemba talking on the goddamn media about the girl that was kidnapped. Uche is coming. Oh, there should be execution of keepers and all these stupid. Uchemba, what have you said about the terrorists? Everywhere walking around, acting all stupid. I think we are the highest number of content creators who make many millions and millions. Who make more money than me who is living abroad. If either people wake up, or I tell you, Chibike Korea and Imbosioku, I'll never forget it. Believe it or not, over 20 million of our people will be slaughtered, and ain't shit none of you will do about it. Ask yourself, all these equipments that they're taking from these different barracks that they're getting, that they are bombing down and taking control over, where do you think they're going to use those equipments? Where do you think they're preparing to use those equipments? The African Liberation Army are the ones killing us. Where he came, but see, he came along of you. None of you will see DK. And that is that time when you say that nobody is going to control that army. They will slaughter you. The mother nature will continue. Let that person get us back. You want to wait until that time? You think they can kill me in mass like that? Which I told them. You think the same way you monkeys said nothing like there will never be Muslim ticket. There will never be a Muslim ticket. Today it's going on. So why the rock? I have said it already, and I will say it again. We again can Nigerian system rap when you do. They kidnapped him. The kidnapper is asking for ransom for Onyendu to give up. Onyendu has refused. All you see going on today is just drama. They're just having drama, just making mockery of our people. You say you are a rich man, you're a billionaire, you're a millionaire, whatever you choose to see yourself as. You're nothing. You are absolutely nothing. You're making mockery of each and every one of you. You think it's me? Oh, they can call me names. But you are the fool. You are the fool, the biggest fool. Aga m asị onye nwee ntị ya nụrụ because it's obvious that you na-enwere ntị. But the earlier people understand why they need to do what they are supposed to do for the freedom of our people, the better for each and every one of them. Each and every one of you. The earlier you understand it, the better for each and every one of you. And the time we have time now, when I say kwarapu, I mean serious kwarapu. I've talked about this dark cloud of rain. People think I am playing. If you look at this, look at Stanley's profile picture. You see that yellow bird and those black birds. That is how this dark cloud. And it's going to be like a dark angels everywhere around our land. If you look at that profile picture you see there, you see how bright that bird is and the other black birds. That is how they are coming to consume you. With the equipment that they got from the Nigerian terrorist state, as if the work that their army is doing is not enough already. I really agree how people look at us the way they want to look at us. I don't care. At this point, I don't care what you call me. I don't care what you. I don't give a toss what anybody talks about me right now. But believe you me, hey, people are fucking lucky, man. Mackenzie Gasson, COS to the acting prime minister, and then they use vulgar language. Fuck y'all. I am a fucking freedom fighter for crying out loud. And I am in pains every day. Every day I wake up, I see the problems that is going on in my life. Like, you want me to come and talk to you how? I'm not. And you have on Nigerian media where they go there and sit down and brush English and lie the way they want to lie. No, we don't care about all those nonsense here. We tell you the truth. It's either you take it or you fuck off. Please keep doing what you're doing. Mana kwa ifu ndị be anyị a na-agbachi nkịtị ọnọdụ na-azụ ahịa na Lagos, na-azụ ahịa na Ariaria, na-azụ ahịa everywhere you are, you hear us every day speaking and you just ignore us. When this thing will happen or not, all your thing will collect. Maybe we go do now the same people wey you don't dey support because by the fact that you are ignoring us and refusing to do what we are asking you to do, you're directly supporting our enemies. And those people you're supporting, they will be your doom. They will be your doom. I pray that God will protect our leader.
Relax your mind. Relax your mind. Because the way you talk now deeper. You know when people are still there, they will die the next day.
So I pray that the God will set him on that journey forever. Something back against him. Guide him, protect him for us, and we will do whatever we can to bring our leader out. People forget. Our leader Mazin Nani Kano didn't come out because of the stupidity of called Abaribe. Our leader Mazin, they only used Abaribe called it no Madumeya, called it Nigeria, called it the effect of what Avengers did. That Brilliant told us all, the people that made him to come out. Today, we will do language in detention, and people put our names down in money and what party and glory. I pray that one day all of you now in money, you will choke to death, all of you. Idiots everywhere. Because that will everybody. Kachineke, because you're not telling it for the good work you're doing. If you don't do it, nobody is going to do it. I don't know.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Okay. Nsi, go ahead. I want to respect me. Go ahead.
Just want to thank our COS. That was a very, very powerful submission. That was a very, very powerful submission. We appreciate you for always coming up to grace the space. Thank you so very much. Young Money, are you still there? Do we still have Young Money? Young Money, I can't see you. Please request the mic again, and then we'll bring you up. In the meantime, do we have your Stanley? Are you close to your mic?
Yeah, Nsi, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
wanted to make a section 2 and 3 at once so that anybody that picks up the mic can be able to, go straight. What do you think?
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. I think we'll dwell on this one for a little while, so that sounds good. So go ahead, my host.
Hey, refreshment, get a cup of coffee while we listen to this.
I screamed before I saw the fire. I saw my father fall beside me. And they laughed at God. Me breathing, really alive. He will go back. They say, it's all God. It's what the world expects from me. A heart turned hard, a soul not free. He will go back. He found me dust on my skin. I'm not forgotten coming. Regret they gave me books. Of my name like something good. It's Marilyn Enoch too. Hope like it was true. Run, they didn't rage. They stayed. Love rewrote my page. Oh, that's what they said. But now I carry love instead. No bullet here, no hate to give. Just one more reason. Including Rhode Island, we're a small state, but we get big tickets. Hey guys, did you hear the Da Vinci Code just sold 100 million copies? Night. But book with books, not bombs. Because we lived. And the one who died for me, he showed me how to live again. You will go back. We all do. To what was lost. To what is true. But when you stand where you were taught, will you pass the pain or blame reform? You will go back to heal the heart. You will go back with voice or arms. We've all been wrong, but not all must hold. This is still yours and mine.
All right.
sorry, Kenny. I say, just go.
Yeah, I decided to play that piece of music because the section we want to go into right now is talking about the numbers. And when we say numbers, it means the numbers that relate to the blood that is still speaking. The numbers of people that have been killed because of this dual system. Yes. And then from here, we will link up to the selective judgment or justice system. And then we now bring in our Onyendu and the show arrest case. So I'm going to merge the two. We already know the numbers, so let's just shift from the legal framework to the bloody consequences of this Nigerian dual system that fuels the genocide, and the blood still speaks from the grave because this systemic inequality has unleashed a lot of atrocities, and one of it is the genocide that is going on in slow motion. And then we can see today that Tinubu has rushed to, sack. The right word there is sack. He sacked all the service chiefs because of the coup. Remember last week we were hearing Kebu about the coup that they plotted. So I think 10 to 13 of them have been detained, and Musa is one of them. I wonder why he will sack them when they were all involved in the blood that is still speaking from the grave. Yes. So, what is happening today in Nigeria has made the definition of the word genocide. Yeah, and we've been talking about this every day. And it has led to a high number of people that have been killed. So, for me, the scale of persecution has increased every day. And this figure is not only from us, it has also come from international recognized human rights organization. Yeah, we've seen inter-society that has, documented over 52,000 Christians that have been killed just because of this dual system since 2009. Yes, since 2009. And he also documented that over 200 churches and Christian owned properties have been destroyed because of this dual system. Yeah, and they also documented that approximately 3.5 million Christians have been internally displaced because of this dual legal system. And other report from Amnesty International, yeah, they've also reported their own. The fact out there, you can check their Twitter handle, you'll find it. And a report from Washington Post investigation that 90% of all Christians killed globally each year, that is still as a result of this dual system. That internet kicked me out, and I've seen Elon Musk apologizing that everything will be, return to normalcy. So they know what is happening, that whether their service or whatever we'll call has been fluctuating. So Elon Musk have already apologized to this, and I'm also apologizing. So don't be offended when you see it kick me out. Is the internet. So, the numbers from a Washington Post, they also reported in June that over 200 Christians were massacred in a single night by the Fulani terrorist soldiers. Yeah, in army uniform. And if you go through now in social media in the end, you will see that they've loaded trucks load of Fulani terrorists to Kwara State for election. You can see how they alighted from the truck looking very dirty and tattered. Unnumbered, you cannot count them. There are so many. Now they have brought them to Kwara State. They all jump out of the truck. Where will they stay after the election? Will they return them? The answer is no. The Yoruba land is gone. Finally. And this is the more reason we have to make sure that these people don't migrate to our own territory, because there are so many and looking really like terrorists. They call them headsmen. So maybe as they are coming, they've already dumped their weapons somewhere in the forest for them to pick it up and continue to kill Christians. You see what is happening? And they also made us to know who these attackers are, that they are Boko Haram, they are ISWAP, they are Fulani headsmen, and the other remaining 19 terrorist groups that we cannot have the time now to begin to mention them one by one. And they also let us know the pattern of the attack, that it usually happen at night, and their target is always the Christian villages, and victims will report to police, that is if they survive. And they have also made us to understand that security forces always arrive late and no arrest has been made as we are speaking right now in this space. So this is very, very deliberate, because this is not farmers headers clashes. At times they will not say, okay, it is climate change. Oh, because there is no grass here, that is why the headers are migrating and taking their cows to where they will find green grass, and that is why they are migrating to the eastern part of Nigeria. All those are all lies. And we've also had international recognition to this effect. That is where our Ted Cruz comes in here, and every other Congress persons that have come in to share their own thoughts on what has been happening in Nigeria. Yeah. So we have been talking on this, but I just wanted us to know that all these numbers that we called here, and we have been talking on it every day, is as a result of this dual system. A lot are out there crazy. We've also seen the one from US Commission of International Religious Freedom. They've also given their own data. It's there, you can check online and you will see it. Okay, so because of time, so that a lot of people can pick up the mic and speak, let's just go and talk about our Onyendu. Yeah, let's go there. Because if you look at the pattern, even though still under this second thing that we are talking about, if you look at how the same government treat peaceful activists and the way they treat the Fulani terrorists, they have different treatments, all because of the Nigerian dual system. And we could see yesterday, 23rd, that Showere attended our Hindu's court hearing in solidarity, and that afternoon, police also arrested him inside the Federal High Court premises. And the charge, very funny, allegedly violating court order by leading Monday's protest into a restricted area. But they know exactly where Showere stay. Why did they wait until he goes to the court to greet our Onyendo? Or is it because of the smile that he put up and the hugging that he gave to Onyendo? So if you look at the pattern right now, you see that terrorists who burn children alive, they will get rehabilitation. But activists demanding freedom will get detention. Terrorists who kidnap schoolgirls will get stipend for doing that. But lawyers representing political prisoners get arrested. We've also seen terrorists who behate Christians get reintegrated into the society, while protesters demanding justice, they get jailed. So the message is very, very clear, crystal clear, that in Nigeria, it is safer to be a mass murdering jihadist than to be a peaceful activist. So the system is not broken, it is functioning perfectly as a machine of operation. That is what is happening in Nigeria. So this same dual system in Nigeria has also led to the selective justice. So this is where I'm going to focus on the case of Onyendu and Showore. Yeah, so we've just a brief on the numbers so that we have enough time to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. So this is where the heart of the matter is. The cases that prove everything we have been saying is going to end with the case of Onyendu. Because if the system is designed to protect killers in the north, it is also designed to punish truth tellers in the south, eastern region, and in the middle belt as well. You see? So we are going to look at two men embody this selective justice, which is Aonyendu and Showere. The different ethnic groups and the different movements and different ideology, but they have one enemy. A Nigerian state that criminalized dissent and reward violence. So let's get started. Yeah, I hope you can still hear me. Please, I need a thumbs up to know that you are still hearing me. Thank you so much, senior citizen. Yeah. For those that don't know who Onyendu is, he's the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. If you're just joining us for the very first time, who has been advocating for the freedom of Biafrans from this dual system operating in Nigeria that have killed so many Christians and non-Muslims every year and every day. Even as we are speaking now, people are dying. Yeah. He has not killed anyone. He has organized. Has he organized any armed violence? The answer is no. His weapon is his voice, and he's using that same voice now to fight. Because when Onyendu told us that he will fight this battle, he will be at the war front fighting it. We were thinking that he was going to use people AK-47 and begin to shoot. No, God has changed it to a different way that we never believed. He's still using that same voice. The difference is that he's not using microphone. But that same voice, when he steps into the courtroom and he speaks, everybody tremble. Yes, he's using that his voice now to fight this war for us from the front side of it. Yes, so let me just walk through the case of Onyendu. We all know, this is for those that might not know what really happened to him, those that are new to our space, that he was arrested or kidnapped by the Nigerian terrorists. He arrested in 2015. Yeah, he was arrested before this one of 2021. And in 2015, Onyendu was arrested by the Nigerian terrorist authorities and charged with a treasonable felony and terrorism for his radio Biafra broadcast advocating for Biafra independence. And in 2017, after months of illegal detention, the terrorist court granted him bail with conditions. He meets all conditions. He released. He was released, and then on September 2017. 14 to be precise. This is a turning point of everything, where the Nigerian terrorist military launched Operation Python Dance 2, which was a military operation in the south, in his own father's compound. And on that day, soldiers invaded their compound and they killed so many Biafrans. They killed so many, and Onyendu narrowly escaped. If not, they would have killed him. And for so many years, he continued his advocacy from abroad, UK and from Israel and from different locations. And now in 2021, he was kidnapped from Kenya. Extraordinarily rendition from that country called Kenya. Yeah. So since then, he has been detained in the dungeon, in the underground cell, without seeing sunlight. You only come out once a month or once in every 2 months to see sunlight. Yes, so that is the man that we are talking about. Yeah. And Nigeria don't care about his critical health right now. He has been held in that DSS for over 5 years now. And there has been court ruling. Multiple Nigerian courts have ruled on his case. The High Court has ruled aspect of his detention is illegal. Court of Appeal in 2022 October ruled that his arrest was illegal. His rendition violated the law and ordered his unconditional and immediate release. Supreme Court also did the same thing. Government appeal case has been dragged on every day. And what has been the response of these terrorists? It has been ignoring the court orders because they are having a dual system, different for different set of people. The one that fits the northern part and the other part of Nigeria. So when a government defies its own court, you no longer have ruling. Yeah, about that. I hope you can still hear me. So what you okay, thank you, my co-host. What you have is a tyranny. Yeah. So the latest developed in this October 2025, that is this week, yeah. Precisely on Monday, protesters gathered in Abuja demanding his release in compliance with court orders. But immediately, police moved in and arrested 13 people, including his lawyers and his brother, Emmanuel, and 10 others. And then we saw on Tuesday, 21st, magistrate court remand all of them in Kuje prison. Just look at the timing. They arrest his lawyers days before a major court appearance. What does that mean? And they arrest his brother to send a message to the family that no one is safe. And this is the more reason we are calling on Biafrans. You are not safe in the terrorist country called Nigeria. And on October 23, yesterday, our Onyendu appeared in federal court in Abuja to open his defense. And same day, he fired his legal team and announced he will defend himself. This is the war that have started. And then we have heard that the court adjourned it to today, as we are speaking right now, which I know that some of us that have listened will give us updates because I've not checked to know how far. So I feel that he fired his lawyer. Let me not even say I feel, because I think that is the truth. Because why did he fire his lawyers? Just think about it. Your own lead lawyer got arrested. So your team is under threat. You realize that the system isn't interested in justice. It's interested in breaking you completely. So what do you expect Nnamdi Kanu or Onyendu to do? So the man just said, okay, fine, I'll defend myself. Because I also know that my lawyers are afraid to mention the names, and we have seen the names that he has called. Yes, so already Wike is beginning to panic and said if court give him someone, that he will appear, but not because Onyendu they mentioned his name to appear before the court. So I pray that the court should give a summon letter to Wike, who is already panicking. So Onyendu has never killed anyone, but he has been detained for 5 years now. While Boko Haram terrorists who have massacred thousands, who has given us the number we just read a few minutes ago, they are graduating from Operation Safe Corridor. This year, we start up packages and job training according to the music we heard from the Blood Still Speaks. Onyendu predicted all of this. Yes, for years on Radio Biafra, he said it, that Nigeria operates under selective justice. He said it. He has been heralding and talking on this, but our people did not give listening ears to him. He said the system protects Fulani terrorists while criminalizing Biafran advocacy. He said we cannot get justice within the structure. He has been saying it. And what did Nigeria do? Nigeria has just proved him right in everything he said about Nigeria. Nigeria has proved Onyendu right. Yes, by illegally abducting him, indefinitely detaining him and ignoring all court orders, and now arresting his lawyers and brothers. So the Nigerian government validated every criticism from Onyendu. Everything that he said has come to pass. Yes, so and we have seen that those that they granted bail that they arrested yesterday have paid 500,000. But the same system will tell you that bail is free. Bail is free, but they collected from each person 500,000 yesterday. And if we look at the case of Showore, in case those that are listening to us don't know who Showore is, his case proves selective justice is not about Biafra. It's about anyone who challenges their system. If you challenge the Nigerian terrorist system, they will arrest you. We know Showore as a Nigerian journalist and also one-time presidential aspirant. I think in 2023 or thereabout. We know him as a Yoruba man. He's not an Igbo man, and he's from the southwestern part of Nigeria. He's advocating also. He's not advocating for secession. No. He's advocating for reform. And that is not what we want. They have lied to us so many times about reform. And that is why we say we are not part of Nigeria anymore. But just notice what is happening. The system treats him the same way. Why? Because he is challenging this system. That is why they are treating him the same way. Arresting him as well. And his own happened yesterday, October 2025. Showore that attended the Onyendu court hearing in Abuja just to show solidarity, nothing more, and to witness and to also report the situation of Onyendu. Just because he hugged Onyendu and smiled and told him he will come out very soon, they arrested him. But when he was out there during the protest, nobody arrested him. They arrested him inside the Federal High Court yesterday. And the charge, according to police spokesman Benjamin, he said Sowore led protesters into a restricted area in a contravention of the court order. We arrested him in the spirit of fair play. What is fair play? Why didn't you arrest him since on Monday? Why didn't you arrest him since on Tuesday? Just because he came and hugged Onyendu, you arrested him. That's it. He's talking about fair play. What is fair play in Nigeria, my people? I don't understand. So let me tell you about fair play in Nigeria so that we understand what fair play means in Nigeria. In August 2019, Sowore was arrested for organizing at Revolution Now protest calling for an end to corruption and bad governance. Charged with treasonable felony, money laundering, cyber stalking, and he was held for months despite multiple court orders. And finally, the bail was granted to him. Hold on, let me accept MID. He was granted bail at the end of it. And then in 2019, Sowore granted bail by the Federal High Court of Nigeria. The judge ordered his release. As Sowore stand up in the courtroom to leave, DSS agents invaded the courtroom, attacked him in front of the judge, and re-arrested him. Another arrest in the courtroom coinciding with what happened yesterday. So they arrested him inside the courtroom in defiance of the judge's order while the judge was still sitting. This one, the judge is still sitting, granting him, setting him free, granting him bail. They arrested him immediately in front of the judge. What a country! What a country! And 2020 to 2024 arrested multiple times for organizing peaceful protests. So Sowore has become the customer to Nigerian arrest system. You see, they arrested him multiple times for organizing peaceful protests and for criticizing the terrorist government policy and for demanding accountability. And then September 2025, we saw a case concerning Sowore again that DSS filed charges against him and his social media platform, his X handle, his Facebook, and they said, what did he do for posting critics of President Tinubu, the terrorist president, the drug lord? So they are trying to charge Twitter and Facebook because Sowore used them to criticize the terrorist government. And yesterday, for attending court case and entry restricted area, according to them, they arrested him again. Even when they just granted bail, they arrested him again, and the second time they had to beat him. So the message is very, very clear. It doesn't matter if you are a Christian or you're a Muslim. It doesn't matter if you are Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. It doesn't matter if you are advocating independence or reform. If you challenge this dual system, if you demand accountability, you become a target. You see, so the same constitution that's supposed to protect free speech is twisted to criminalize dissent. You see what is happening? So the same court that issues order are invaded by security forces. The same government that rehabilitate terrorists prosecute journalists. So if you look at our Onyendu and Sowore, it equals to proof of system failure because these two men prove that Nigerian problem is not just the dual legal system between constitutional law and Sharia law. It is the deeper problem, a very deep problem that is going on in Nigeria, that Nigeria has no respect for its own laws. Yes, because when court rules, the government will ignore it. When lawyers defend, the government will arrest them. What do you want them to do? When journalists report, government will silence them. When activists organize, government will crush them. This is no more democracy. What is going on in Nigeria is what we should be talking about. So you see how the pattern is being played out because of this Nigerian dual system that is happening. So I will yield my mic here in case anybody have anything to say before we go to the last segment, which is a Biafra awakening and a global action. So I said I will combine the two sections so that we can use the numbers and the case of Aonyendo and Shawari to deliberate more on that. So I'll yield my mic here to my co-hosts if they have anything to say before we pass the mic to the house. Please, if you want to contribute, kindly raise up your hand so that we can pass the mic to you. Thank you so much. My co-host, are you there? Senior citizen Benonsi.
Yes, my host, I'm here. Thank you for delving through the second and third aspect of this very topic today. Let me just say that is subheadings. First one, second, and third. And we had everything that you said, and at the same time, we stand on what is happening, what you have said. We hopefully understand that as we start to fight, maintaining our standards of this our BRGIE space, maintaining that status quo, every one of us that we are following will be able to stand firm and fight for the cause which we are chosen to do. So a lot of things that is happening, we know we know it. Everybody knows about it, but just that some people are just because of sabotage, they pretend not to even know what is happening. And our leader Mazin Ali Kano is standing trial today. Not only him, it's Biafrans that are standing trial, and he has taken up the courage to stand for himself. I'm sure that Chukwuka Abiyama knows what is happening and is going to defeat them. Remember what he said? He said that he in this their court, he will defeat them in this their court, and he will go out. We hope and we pray that at this very point in time, that might be, as God has proposed it, it's going to be when that freedom of him will go. Even if they did not free him, if anything happened, we will not let Nigeria to live, because Nigeria, that name, that map of Nigeria, that very name Nigeria will be obliterated from the face of this world. It's not created by God. It is Britain. Not only British, it's one single woman and man, Lord Frederick Lugard, is not Lord, because all this Lord is the colonial mentality and colonial name, and for sure, nigger area. It will not stand, because Biafra is God's doing, and it's going to happen. Thank you very much. You can give I just hit my mic here now. Anybody who want to say anything? I can see 1 million has not spoken, and our minister Betty is here. Solomon is here, but he hasn't raised up his time. I'm standing. I hit my mic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senior Citizen Ben. Please, if anybody wants to, I saw MID, I don't know if internet has kicked him out. Yeah, if you want to say anything, kindly raise up your hand, or I will end this space. Now it's already after 10. Okay, Stanley, go ahead, please. Okay, yeah, Stanley, please don't be offended. Give this Mama Betty 1 minute, okay, please. Please. Mama, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. You know, I was just typing something for you on your wall, but let me just take this time to say,
I replied, I said, take it over.
okay, all right. You know, when you are talking of this dual system, a lot is going on in that country. And one thing that really baffles me is that some Biafrans, or most people in that region, I don't know whether I will call it cowardice or fear, but let me tell them that, you know, when somebody is terrorizing you, using gun, bullets, and things that you cannot have, they think you cannot afford, it's just to put unnecessary fear into you. And this has caused so many uh,
That's a bit. So you can continue, Sister Betty, because I wanted to accept someone. I didn't know that I just went to mute direct. Sorry that.
okay, okay, thank you. So what I'm trying to say is that this terrorism has actually made our youth to be very dormant and docile, because these people that are causing all these problems are no other than our, will I call it Biafran or Igbo politicians, until one of them aduo ya aka n'ọnụ, the rest will not learn. Because I heard someone either here or somewhere saying that those politicians, that they are paying heavily for Onyendu to be kept. But how can a president like Tinubu, who wants one Nigeria, who wants everybody to be together, allow governors to override his chances of cleaning the image of Nigeria? But you can see that they don't care. Now, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being detained now for 5 years. His lawyers applied that he should be taken to the normal prison, where he can even come out, work with other prisons, prisoners, talk with them, receive sunshine, because we all know that sunshine contains vitamin C and D that the skin needs to work and to function. But Onyendu is kept underground, where there is no sunlight, and he does not go to court every day. Now they will tell you that they are postponing it till the next 4 months, which will be January or February. That's continuously just like that, without anybody asking questions. There was a man they call, what's his name again? Abakiari. This Abakiari was the one that Paidi Konso. He killed so many boys in Imo State. They promoted him to a senior, they said special cop, or they started giving him all these beautiful names, promoting him, until he was caught by the drug squad, and he was jailed. Apart from the fact that America asked for this very man, he committed both national and international crime. Malami hid him because it was during Buhari regime, their so-called Buhari that died in 2017. In fact, Nigerians, I don't know what you people are doing. You need proper revolution. You need proper revolution. This protest, you cannot be protesting peacefully in a country as violent and as a terrorist nation like Nigeria. Yet, you are still being arrested, because even the judge refused to give that very order that they were looking for, or an injunction to stop them from protesting. Rather, he restricted them, because he told the president that this is their civil right. You cannot stop your citizens from bearing their own mind. They are the government. President is just a civil servant. But in Nigeria, president is the Lord, the God that determines people's fate. Now, that very Abakiari, when you look at Onyendu's case, Onyendu has been in jail for doing nothing, only speaking up, like Showore did on the 20th of this month. Showore is neither Biafran or agitating to, or one of the separatists, as they refer to us. But why are they arresting and rearresting him? Because they are seeing him close to the man that they don't want anyone to see. So now, you will ask yourself, who is Asari Dokubo? What is Asari Dokubo's position in the government? But Asari has his special force, his own soldiers. He even boasted openly with a gun that he was wielding that he kills the Igbos. And when Tinubu was going to remove that River State governor that he put there, who was challenging Wike, he reminded them, Tinubu, how he used his special force to guide his election, how he has been using them to buy the Igbos. But nobody is talking about Asari Dokubo. Nobody. You dare not. So some people in that contraption, they have their own system of law that controls and guides what they do. And their system of law, for those who are actually talking for peace, freedom, and equitable treatment of others, you know. So Nigeria, nobody will tell me that he or she is happy to remain in Nigeria. Even if your family, you know, even if your families are not in Nigeria, you think of your relatives. I'll call you later. You think of your families that are in that country, that BLA are protecting them, and you need to donate money. All these things we are going round and round, making researches, coming here to feed you with all this information, very flowery, colorful ideas, playing sounds, doing all this boils down to our responsibility to free ourselves from Nigeria. No matter what we say here, no matter what we do, all without donating money, we are going nowhere. And if they are not going to do all these governors aka n'ọnụ, ịdụ aka n'ọnụ is to retaliate. You are not going anywhere. I'm telling you. So you people, those of you sitting on your high horse or your weak fence, that fence is going to collapse on you. Because Onyendu told you people that these people are coming. Look at them now. Gumi said that they are over 9 million surrounding the whole country in all the bushes. So they are coming down gradually. When they finish with people of Kwara State, they will move down to Lagos, and from there they will start coming down. Oh, you think that they will just get there and stop? No. So if we hurry up now that Donald Trump is still in the government, don't forget that 4 years it is nothing. Before you know it, he will go out, and nobody is sure whether they will give him the chance of coming back again for another 4 years. So my people, we better donate our money now. We better support this Biafra movement now. We better support those fighting to protect our land, and they are doing it voluntarily. Remember that these men over there are the same group of men that Onyendu brought to protect our land December 12th, 2020, called ESN. And our PM, just to fulfill all the criteria required by Montevideo Convention for you to be recognized as a nation, he converted them from security apparatus to our military, and we are entitled to it. So don't think that we are doing anything illegal. No, we Biafrans are those people that will follow the rule of law to support what is going on. We are people that love life, we love education, we love Western culture, we love giving people freedom to choose where you want to belong. That's why we conducted self-referendum. Whether you say no, come and cast your no vote. If you say yes, still come and cast your vote. That was what we did. And you all saw it. 50 56 million voted out of 70 million. Tentatively, we are if everything is calculated properly, we're up to 80 million. But let's just say 70 million. Out of that 70 million, 56 voted. So if these 56 are contributing one AJ or one ejema, that will be 56 million ejema. And Biafrans, think of what that money will do for us. Why are we getting so docile, as if to say Fulani is using juju on you people? Why do you need somebody to come and preach for you from morning till night? For you to know that on Saturdays, when we are doing donation, that you will be up to 2,000 there, fighting to come and deposit your own support financially. But no, we will be there from morning till night. You can only see 50 or 60 people out of 56 million people. So if you voted for that self-referendum that you want to leave Nigeria, and they also tell you that you need to donate money for you to come out of this, you will still stand and be waiting. So we can only take the horse to the stream, but we cannot force it. And sometimes you begin to wonder why Islamic religion they kpai people. Because if you don't use force on human beings, they will not do anything. But we Biafrans, due to our nature, our decency, we don't force anybody. But it is an incentive that you have to take based on everything we are saying here. We are not talking to deaf ears. We are not talking to dead bodies. We are talking to human beings. Get angry. Get angry. Because they are killing you in thousands. Now it is Americans coming to fight for us. So after fighting for you, an American man will leave his hometown in America and come to your village and stay. Please, Biafrans, this is the time. If you have to hurry up, know that the Fulanis, they mean business. They mean, look, that was why Buhari fought tooth and nail to come in and he brought Jonathan down. This thing they are doing now, that was why. So, Biafrans, we better get up. Even sometimes when tutors will come here making references, nobody will even go and search and come and report. No. Why are we like this? Why are we so docile? As if nothing is happening. As if we don't value our families back home. I know that Ngozi took a lot of people, but let me tell you, do you know that if we double our payment, we will cover those ones who followed Ngozi, and we will move on? Because Ngozi to me is like a spilt milk. You know, some people will say a broken bottle have no mequatarism. Once a glass or anything falls down and break, forget it. We don't need them, but we can do it. We can. Ngozi, if she has Biafrans, let it be maybe 100,000. Where are the rest? Where are the rest? That is the question. What do you people want our APM to do for you? To go shave his hair and turn it to money? If you really want him to do that thing you want, bring out the money. Because, like I said, if that 506 million that voted, or 56 million that voted, I have lost count of the figure of people that voted during our self-referendum. But if we all contribute one AJ, it will be that number of millions. And if we have that in our pocket, my people, Nigeria will not stand us. I'm telling you. So, Biafrans, no matter what we tell you here, no matter how the title is devised or structured, the nitty gritty is money. Ejema and Eje, and tomorrow is the date. Do not fail to come. Thank you very much, tutors.
Ndewo, Mama, the only woman that speaks from the depth of her heart. We thank you so much. My people, update today. Where is 1 million? I have update. There is fire on the mountain. Oh,
Tell us,
there
tell
is
us.
1 million. Hey, praise is running away from Gazio. Praise Egu is running away from Ngozi. Praise that sold our database to Ngozi is running away from Ngozi. Oh, what is going on in Ngozi Orabueze camp? Oh, Praise is running away. That is the update. Bakaram, 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 bakaram. Hey yo, there is fire on the mountain. Where is he running to? After 10 good months, he now realized that Ngozi is working for the Nigerian terrorist government. Where is he running to? And he wants to transfer the database for a fee of $10,817. You see, that is not a problem now. He will face the court. Okay. 1 million, where are you? I'll soon end this space. So, okay, Stanley, please go ahead, Stanley. Stanley, are you there?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so go ahead.
All right, thank you very much.
Sorry, Stanley, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, my minister. Greetings, everyone. Fellow Biafrans, I greet you all. Special greetings to the cabinet members of BRGIE who are here. My CRS, I greet you. Mazi Snow. Yes, I greet co-hosts and the hosts and every other person that have spoken and those that are still going to speak. You know, this very topic is quite interesting to me, and it's not new. It is not new, actually. You know, I think each and every one of us here knows the system of Nigeria and how it has been. It's not something that started today. This is the same thing that brought about the Civil War of 1967 to 1970. And unfortunately, the war hasn't ended. So it's not even something new. Just that our people are so docile, which I don't know why. Just like our sister said, our mommy Rate just said. Our people are so docile because everything is playing to our, to our own eyes. It is not something we need someone to explain to us. What our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is facing today is the same thing that happened in 1967 that made Ojukwu to, declare the state of Biafra. It's the same thing. It is the injustice. So I mean, it's not even new that we will come and start to lecture our people all over again as if they've not been around. We've all been around. We've all seen how the zoo is. We've seen how the country is. This Sharia law we spoke about earlier is even in their constitution. It's in the 1999 constitution. But it wasn't officially put there. It was put into the back door. Our PM made some exposition regarding that when our PM was here. That Sharia law was included through the back door. Because they claim the system is a secular system. But then it's not actually a secular system. Most of the things they do, they attached it through the back door. Then they started practicing it. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Because the country itself is not even a country, per se. We just call it a country because they have a flag, which is green, white, green. They have national anthem. They have the 36 states and all bullshit. All these things are just formalities. It is not a country. One of the former presidents, which is Goodluck Jonathan, he said it's a mere geographical expression. And that's what it is in the actual sense of it. And the Fulanese seems to be, the people that the Britain gave it has handed it over to manage the industry or to manage the enterprise. And that is why if you go to the north, just like the video that was circulating a few days ago about a Biafra in the north whom shops was taken away from him, and they were putting Sharia law for him, So all these things, the genocide, all these things didn't start today. Will I even say it just got worse, because it's nothing new, and everyone here listening can't say, nobody here will say it's new. You see, what our leader is facing, what is going on in Nigeria between our leader is simply Biafra versus Nigeria. That is what it is. I don't know how others see it, but that is what it is. It is Biafra versus Nigeria. It's not Mazen and the Kano versus Nigeria. It is Biafra versus Nigeria. That is what it is. Because the war didn't end. It was all games. It was all lies. All those statements they made, no victor, no vanquish, all those bullshit. It's all nonsense. The war didn't end. And why Philip Effiong was making that statement of, if you didn't treat them right, their children will start over again to break up the struggle. Why Effiong was making that statement, he knew beforehand that the war hasn't ended. He knew very well that these people will not treat us right, because they know what the country was like then. And they know the system properly. That statement he made was just to fulfill all righteousness, like they say. Deep down, I believe as he was making that statement, he already knew what the outcome would be. But then he just have to say it. So what I'm trying to say is that what we are saying today is very important in order to, refresh our memory for those that forget easily. But I don't think it's something new. I don't think it's something new. And the battle is still on. Ever since then till today, it hasn't stopped. For one bit, we have always been the targets. We've always been they've always seen us as a threat because of who we are. Onyemdu is standing on the forefront. Our Prime Minister is standing on the forefront. They are the ones in the battlefront. Onyemdu is actually spearheading it because he's in the zoo. Our PM somehow is better because he's in a place where the system all somehow can be considerate by, having to consider their own laws somehow, even though they will still play into the, the tune of the people that will give them free gas and free crude oil. But that system is better because at least you can call Finland a country. But you can't say Nigeria is a country because you can't even prove that it's a country. There's no proof that it's a country in the first place. So, what is going on? Some people may feel it's Nnamdi Kanu and all that, and it's not their business. But it is you, as long as you're a Biafran. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't even matter if you believe in the Biafra struggle itself. It is the battle that started since 1967. That is what is still going on till date. We have to start to understand it. We have to start to treat this matter the way it is. That battle never ended. That war is still ongoing. We are not compatible. We don't have the same belief system. We are not one, and we will never be one. All this rubbish they are doing, there is no way we can be one. There is no way you can tell me and the Yoruba person will be one. How are we going to be one? Our ancestors and the Yoruba ancestors are not the same. They don't believe in the same thing. They don't practice the same thing. Talk more of the Hausas and the Islamic jihadists. Where do we even start to talk about this being one? that we're talking about. That's why I said what is happening today is Biafra versus Nigeria, not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But some of our people have become so bizarre and so lazy and so stupid and so foolish. And it's very, very annoying. But as serious lashed out, I was pleased. I was really impressed deep down. Because at some point, you need to be harsh. Maybe that's what our people will hear. That's why at some point, Tony Nduwe will also get mad. Because I can't imagine, the type of, people we've become all of a sudden. This is not who we used to be. How do we get here? Our APM used to ask that question. How did we get here in the first place? How? How did we become so docile? How did we become so stupid and so foolish that we can't even identify or dictate what is right in front of us? Why can't we use our tongue to count our teeth? It's very, very easy. It's very, very simple. Everything is glaring on our face. What else do we need to be told? Look at how many checkpoints that is in our land. Where in Nigeria is it? Can you find such number of checkpoints? What does that tell you? The war hasn't ended. They don't regard you. Their plan is to manage to see if they can capture you completely, so that by the time they start implementing their Islamization, you won't be able to resist them. Yet, when they tell you to come and fund those military that will resist them, you start looking for someone to come and plead to you first before you do that. Their plan is total capture. And the people some of you regard as your governors, who are the illegitimate governors gallivanting over the place, they've sold you all completely. Because if eventually, when the push comes to shove, you won't see them nowhere. Because they understand the game and they've already accepted. They've sold you because for a political position. Their children are dual citizens all over the place, in different countries abroad. They can easily fly there when it happens. Obiano have not stepped into this country since he left that seat of Anambra State Governor. He never came back. He never even came for Christmas. And he's going to die in US and he's going to be buried there. If he's not taking, he has paid for a spot where he'll be buried, for his own portion where he'll be buried. But he's done dealing with you. He's done killing Biafrans and he's gone. Why can't he come and live in the same Nigeria they are preaching? He can't, of course. Once they are done killing you, the resources, they will vanish. They will go to another man's land, which is well developed, which is civilized, which their forefathers suffered to build. That is where they will go and stay with their family. So the one will see his child all over the social media. But I don't know if he's a gay or something else. How many times does that child come back to Nigeria? Nigeria, they say, is so special, is so sweet. I mean, Nigeria is so good that some of you are defending. How many times does that boy come back home? He doesn't. None of these politicians, none of their families even visit. They don't visit. Why would they? Nigeria is a zoo. Yet, when some of us are being told to come forth and do the needful, let's fight this fight once and for all. Let's end it once and for all. Some of you will be dragging their feet. It's shameful. It's annoying. But one thing is for sure, Onyendu will be free. We know the system of the zoo. But then, at the end of the day, we believe that the Biafra that I know, and the spirit of Biafra, and the belief system that we have, and being that we are doing the right thing,
we will emerge victoriously at the end of it all. We are not part of Nigeria. And Nigeria themselves have proven, they have shown us this time without number. And as at this point, they're still showing you are not part of us. But you're forcing yourself to be part of a country that doesn't want you. You are the one that is wanting to go and campaign for them. You are the one that is wanting to go and vote for them, to participate in their shambolic election. You are the one that is validating the war. There are so-called governors that have killed you, killed your brothers and sisters, and they are still killing you. That supporting your oppression. You are the one forcing yourself into a system that is showing you crystal clear that you are not one of them. That they rather make peace with the terrorists, who is their brothers, than make peace with you, who is just, canvassing for freedom. You protest, they shot you dead. Their brothers, who are the terrorists that is killing, will go and burn churches as other Christians on Christmas Eve. They will meet them and sow a be for them. They will even set up and attend their naming ceremony of their children. They will set canopy for them, offer them food and drinks. These are people that burn down churches and kill Christians on Christmas Eve. But you that protested for good governance will be shot dead. And yet, you want me to come and tell you that Nigeria is not for you, then you are daft. You want me to come and plead with you to support BRGIE or to fund the BDF? Man, you must be the most foolish person on this planet Earth if you want someone to still come and tell you. Every single checkpoint in Biafra land is extorting, if not you, your family member, your relative, your friend, because they pass those checkpoints per day. They pay while they go, they pay while they come. Disappearances that happen in those checkpoints is uncountable, and none of them have been found. Their organs are being harvested. This has happened time and time again, and this is a direct message, not an indirect message, that you are not part of us. We are here to see how we can capture you, and so that Islamization will be easy. We are the only people. Biafra is the only reason why Nigeria have not been Islamized.
I can play it for them.
Left for Yorubas, we all know. By now, it would have been a game over.
Do you want me to play it for them?
We are resisting them. But now, when we ask each and every one of us to come forth, put our hands together, we can end this thing once and for all.
I will try.
We can decide to end it once and for all. But how come we become so docile? Fellow Biafrans, we do claim we are so intelligent, so brilliant, so wise and otherwise. Why can't we show it by our actions? Nobody's a Nigerian. 200 years ago, who were your forefathers? I won't say who were you, because you weren't in existence. You weren't been born, most of us. But I want you to ask yourself this question. 200 years ago, who were your forefathers? There's no such thing as Nigeria. It's only a sham. It's only a scam. And thank you for this wonderful opportunity, host and my co-host. Thank you very much. I have to give the mic here. Thank you.
Stanley, God bless you. Insiyar, what do you have to say? We have just 2 hands up and they'll use like 3 minutes so that we can call it a day. Insi, what do you have to say? My co-host, before we pass the mic to CEO. Insi, are you there?
Please let them go ahead. Let them go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, CEO, please use your 3 minutes if you are still. Okay.
Yeah,
Good evening from my end. I greet everyone here, all our holy people in the house. I greet you. Wada Tuto, you are too much. In fact, your voice there caused heavy earthquake in the kingdom of darkness, Britain and Nigeria. So we know everything. If you're in the spirit, you know that the work you people are doing here, the sacrifice is not in vain. Our water Betty is another missile. You know, we are all instruments in the hand of God, and I want to thank all of you and assure you that your labor of love will never be in vain. God will reward you, and your posterity will also know that their parents have fought well for the freedom. And our freedom is here. Biafra is here, just like our acting prime minister will always tell us. And we can feel it. We are on homeland there, we know what they are doing. But the issue of Nigeria double standard and dual system is long. That was how the British who own Nigeria as their farmland structured Nigeria to be. You understand? Right from the time of our internal leader, when he was in military school, all the northern candidates failed because the examiner they did not tell him that this is our plan. No. So he went and did the right thing. But all the southern candidates passed. And their main when he came back, he saw that the whole southern candidates, that they passed, they did well, and all northern candidates. And when we say north, we are talking about Fulanis. You understand? They only use Hausa in those days. But now, Hausa eyes have opened. So they now asked the examiner, why did you fail them? He said they don't know anything. He said if they don't know, you teach them. They ask you to fail them. And that was what they have been playing till today. Anything they do. And the one that is paying me is not that because all these things are happening. You see, our people will be defending them. Like when we talk about the cut-off man, you see one person from the south here, we tell you that they just did it to help them. They are not too intelligent. I say, wow, in one country. But okay, that is not the case now. When you finish with your high results and you finish and maybe you happen to manage to get a job somewhere, that person that didn't know anything, that they push, even if he cannot even write his name, he will be the one to head you in that ministry, in that office. He will be the one to head you. Is that not an error? In fact, many of them, they are doing all this thing because it's like they are under spell. The Fulani meat they used to cast spell on them, many of them are eating it that when you are telling them the truth, they won't even reason in what they are saying. Tell me, in a country where they will say that referendum is you are calling for war. Somebody say, let me decide if I want to do this. If majority say we want to remain in Nigeria, so be it. You say no, the person is calling for war. Because they are so afraid to stand their ground and to be free. And many of them, even the one that pay me most is our so-called clergymen that claim they are clergymen. The nature of Jesus Christ happens to be a freedom fighter. You are not following the step of the person you say you are following his step. That is the one you are following, that you are a Christian. Christ never supported, bondage any day. God himself never supported bondage any day. That's why he prepared Moses to go and free the children of Israel. We are the children of Israel today that we are seeing physically. So why is it that when we talk about how we can be free, you that is not even benefiting anything, the thing will be paining you. You will be making case for the Fulanis, telling us that they are not, they are just helping them. Okay, if they are helping them, which help are you getting? Are you not part of the system? You understand? So when you see something happening, different things happening in the north, different things happening in the south, it's just to tell you that this Nigeria is not for you. Just get up and free yourself. God has sent, his prophets. He has educated us. He has opened most of us, our eyes are open. He has delivered many of us. The easiest way for people to be delivered is they should stop eating this Fulani cow meat. Once you stop eating it, you will see you begin to reason well. Because there are a lot of things. Our Prime Minister had even done some exposition concerning that Fulani cow meat. But many are still eating it. And the more you are eating it, the more you are not seeing anything wrong in what is going on in Nigeria. So, because of time, I don't want to take much time because I have limited time. But I want to encourage everybody that is here. Whatever you know you want to do, you can do. Please do. Our freedom is here. God is, we should not forget the God factor in this journey. God is in charge. He's in charge. The only thing he needs us to do is those things that he has given us power to do, which is to contribute for our freedom, to love our freedom, to have that mind to be free. When you have the mind to be free, I love the way our beautiful Sister Betty was saying it in our program. He said that you should do this thing with all annoyance in you, that you want to be free. Until you show that you want to be free and you can do anything to be free, you don't resist death. Once you begin to have that mindset, you see everything will be easy for you. But if you think there's another way to do it, like me, but they have to even the Igbo of my community, he knows me very well. He has to go and disable my line, my MTL line that I'm using to do my work. If I put it in my phone, it will not be working. It will not show network. I'm gonna say this. Some people say, I said, but this line I've been using it for more than 4 years now. Because they have been sending people to warn me, they threaten me sometimes, that they can locate you because of the things you are posting, the way you talk. Is that how they fight for this? I say, if I don't know how to fight for free, leave me. I know what I'm doing. But don't threaten me, because if you threaten me, the spirit of Biafra will go after you. What I'm doing it for my freedom. But if I happen to die, in fighting for my freedom, I don't think I have lost anything, because we must be free. So everybody, please get up, just like our stability. We always say we should rise, not just to rise and sit, rise and do something to be free. They use clear eye, they go, that's it. Clear eye, they take and they go white garment church. That's what they do. When you know that you will die, so it's better you rise. But eventually you will save yourself. In the Bible, it happened to three lepers. They were just in one place, suffering. They isolated people. Nobody cares for them. At that time, they were heavy famine in that land. And they now said, if we stay here and die, it doesn't make sense. So let's take a step of faith and move out of this place. But eventually, when we get to the enemy's camp, we might find something. Or if they kill us, let them kill us. That's that decision. All of them take that decision. But when they got there, God magnified their step. That drove away their enemies, and they started, eating, taking more than enough. When they came back and tell the people, they say, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" And true, God did it. Just decision. You make decision that no, if I die, I die. Esther did it the same thing. She did that. But one thing you know that if you are afraid to die, you will die. But if you say you are not afraid to die, and you say even if I is dead, let me die, you find out that you will not die. So I don't know what you be holding people down. Obi has come to do his own. Many of the Obi people that blocked me, my friends, close friends, they were following Obi. I told them that this is what the man. They said, no, why this man? I said I didn't hate him. This man don't want my freedom. Anybody who doesn't want my freedom, I won't take it lightly with that person. But today, most of them are not telling me, that thing you said, it's true. It's just that we think that as an Igbo man, I said, no, that man told you that Biafra died 52 years ago. Is that man killed most people that were holding flag, asking for freedom? Is that man is the one that will give you freedom? So most of them, they are in a serious spare, but I know that God will do it. Anybody who wants to be saved will be saved. Join this boat, do whatever you can do, and our freedom is here. God bless you all. I yield.
God bless you for your submission. 1 million, take your time. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you, and I want to end this place. Now you are coming, putting 100. CEO, when you come like this, you always make us to laugh like a storm. You don't know the thing I go.
My life.
Holiday, just holiday before you make me to this. Where have you been? You don't. CEO, when you come like this, always come and see you. Thank you so much for your submission. Yes, so Mama Betty, should we give Solomon? Solomon, please use your 3 minutes because
Yeah, give Solomon. Let me tell you what it is quickly.
okay.
MID. He said that you saw him when internet was battling with him. So he said a voice. He said I should play. So if you allow me, I will play it.
Mama, play now. We want to hear the big grammar.
Yeah. Okay, let Solomon finish. Solomon, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody.
The King Solomon. No.
Tuto, in a way, I'm very grateful now for all you have said today, and also Akuta. I think she's Abiga. That woman is too much also. Our minister is too much. So I don't know. You that is our mommies. You that is our mommies. All of you are wonderful. You that is our wives. All of you are wonderful. And our women here, God is doing great things through us. I thank God for this space today because I heard that many water have passed under bridge. That is why we did not come yesterday and the thing called the other day. But notwithstanding, we continue, we move. So I will begin with the prayer. I will not waste our time. So it shall be well with all of us. It shall be well with all of us. Tutor, all of us. In short, I will not begin to mention all of us that is with a genuine heart of Biafra in this Biafra blood is running in our vein in this platform, in this space. It shall be well with all of us. We will not lack. God will continue to provide for us to fund our nation. Our BDF, our recognition. God will continue to be with us. We bless us through our children, bless us directly, bless us by giving us Biafra for recognition. So this is my prayer today in Jesus' name. Then, in other ways, all the people that is fighting this Biafra, it shall never be well with them. People that is fighting against this Biafra, it shall never be well with them. Those that is bringing bad report, it shall never be well with them. Somebody like Olabufulani, the damage it caused, is still paining me. It's still paining me because he is the one that instigates some certain evil allegation, false allegation against our APM. And when our APM will be bringing out wars like like a PM Simon Eba. So people, you will see some animals, all the Umatrongos and they will come out to, be sending some some of the insultive but now that's by the way. So I'm grateful for all of us. And in our topic today, what I have to say is that this dual system they are bringing, they brought from backyard or through from the window inside the real constitution that was given by the colonial masters because the zoo Nigeria never gave any constitution. The one of 79, they do it to the favor by the military. So now this thing they brought is a dual system on the transit. They just bring it to use it to kill the main law that is beneficial to all Nigerians. They bring that to Sharia, use it to overshadow every good thing that will be for our own good and to lure us into evil death, which is a black flag of death of Islam. So
So that is what they are doing. Not that the thing will continue. Will not continue, but it didn't. I'm very annoyed with our people. I'm very annoyed with our people that don't want to reason well and know that the BRGIE is a trustworthy government. BRGIE is the government that care and that everybody is donating. We are not here to set people to be receiving tribute like those of the US in those days. So they're supposed to know it. And they're supposed to have known that Ngozi Arabes is a well without water. It's just making noise, making propaganda and lying, doing everything just to destroy people. So what we have to be doing, we continue to preach anywhere. So even this place, they're supposed to be coming to this place to come and hear. If if they come, they're supposed to be hearing and they may even repent, knowing that we have war, like Martin and Kano, like our PM. So they're supposed to have known that we get the answer, even with what is happening. It's all Biafra all over the world today. Because Alabese never for one day post all this good news coming from US. He never post anything here. Never post. But he will post something where you will hear some rumor. When you get some rumor, bad rumor that will make our mind to go down. You will just post it. But they cannot post this development coming by recognition. So they're supposed to have known. All the others are supposed to have known that this woman is evil. So our people funding very necessary. And my sister Betty, after I would like to talk with you on as we talk. I guess the person I'll give you a number. I would like you to speak to him. I'll talk with him for funding. So, but I don't want to go much further. I want for him to hear from my horse's mouth. He will speak it well, better than me. And he will honor it. He have agreed to do this thing. Say, make I give a number. Now my man, now my person. And he's not begging food. He's a better person on my side. He was doing it before with Olu State. Before Ngozi strike, and I don't know where to follow. So I met with him today. I told him that we are about to write the letters to those people. So I know what the man can do. He can make a start. I will talk well about that. I just for me to alert you later. After this place, we talk. We need funding. We need those people to be involved. We need people in the main market if they will be involved in this thing. People in Alaba, people in Lagos, if they will be involved. All this market in Lagos, even if only 1,000 people among them, they can change some of the things. Things will change. So that's my own crack. Because if I see the truth coming from Betty platform, whenever I come to YouTube to broadcast, to show, they do it, they show. They are not coming well to hear such a good news. When Nana will come, they will not come. When we go there for this place, they will not even come. That's why I'm deviating from this our topic. Our topic still where we are, but the funding is the main point of contention. If these people we know that we are able, they will get more people, more hand, apart from the people that is doing it before. Where there are people that is doing it, people are trying, people are trying that every Saturday, every town hall meeting, you are there and you show forth. God will richly bless every of us. He will make us billionaires and millionaires in the name of Jesus. So this is what I want to just say because I don't have much time. I don't normally talk sweet word. If it will be possible for me that I'm in the same city with you, tutor, I will come. you will tutor me so that I will be speaking like you. I will go to university. I was speaking well, but notwithstanding, I have made some point. So let me pause here so that our mommy will give us the message from MIT. Thank you. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra, King Solomon. Thank you so much. Yeah, so after Mama's Betty's audio from MID, 1 million, 1 million, take your time. Oh. After 1 million, we will call it a day. Thank you so much. Mama Betty, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Solomon. You've done well.
Hello, Sister Betty. I just wanted to greet everyone through your phone because I don't know the challenge I'm having here with my computer. I tried to log in. I was there, so but it always interrupt my mic. So I wanted to tell everyone to be very resolute. At least now, the entire well-meaning Nigerian people and the Biafran people have seen that Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem. That Nnamdi Kanu is a savior. That Nigeria is misusing human rights. That Nigeria doesn't mean well. Nigerian politicians doesn't mean well for the so-called Nigerian citizens. So the only hope we have is the revolution. Is for the disintegration of Nigeria and let everybody be prepared and hold all these politicians accountable for their evil, for the evil deeds. We have heard from several confessions from many people of concern that what happened, that it was revealed that most Igbo politicians contributed money, especially the business class and the clergymen, political class also, to make sure that Mazen Dekan did not have justice and did not come out because they believe that he's coming out will jeopardize their political interests. They thought that they can continue being in politics. They shouldn't worry. The quaking, the global earthquake, will force even Europe and Britain. Already Italy is telling even France and their co-members of the European Union to liberate Africa. So by the time all these people understand that, look, Biafran foreign government in exile is the only credible government they can work with, then their body go tell them, thank you, my sister. Let everybody continue being strong. It is better now that all of us understand who is the problem. Nigerian government, Nigerian politicians, clergymen, Bishop Kuka, he has exposed himself by saying that America should not designate Nigeria as terrorist country, as CPC country. So Bishop Kuka couldn't even defend his fellow Catholics, but he's defending Boko Haram. So if it could be aired in the public, I think I will appreciate that. Thank you, my sister.
That's the end of it. Oh, thank you, tutors, and 1 million. You can go ahead. Thank you all.
Thank you, MID, the only handsome man in Europe. Abego, we've not seen Onyeka. I told him to go and drink water, whether Onyeka still the vex for Biafrans. Somebody should help find Onyeka. 1 million, go ahead.
No, condom.
So I beg you, these days, well, my apology will be for later because there's no time.
Darling kicked me out. I dare here.
All right. As well. So I really appreciate each and every one of us for all our contributions that we have, made so far. So, but one thing is very, very certain and very, very clear, and I'm still going to continue to stand on that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents us, represents millions of us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a symbol of over 80 million Biafrans. So that is the reason why, we as a Biafrans have already, taken our decision. Because if we all can remember, like few weeks back, when we are always on space, I used to use the word, that decisions has already been taken, and decisions are being made, and decisions are yet to be made. So it's just something that we have to understand. It is not just because maybe whenever we open our mouth, we just speak because we want to speak. I believe that most of us here, not because maybe we are so highly educated, or maybe we are so, but God is speaking through us, because God is not going to come down from heaven to speak to each and every one of us. That is the reason why He sent people. He sent, loving fathers like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has, already created this awareness, even though this evil entity, called these evil bandits called Nigerian government, went to Kenya to kidnap him, trying to stop us, not because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because it's not just all about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because if I wish they have succeeded all this while, since 2021, when they kidnapped him and brought him back to his home. By now, I think maybe, because they wanted to make him, irrelevant, because they find out that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was, very, very relevant, and with facts. So they have to go after him, to the extent that they went to kidnap him from Kenya. So let me just be very, very straight and quick to the message. Nigerian government and those paid agents, those paid bandits that they have already employed in different platforms, in different areas, to propagate, to spread false information, especially at this time, to say every manner of negative words, just to, create a negative narratives. I just want you all to know that you have already failed on your arrival. Because this time around, we are Biafrans, and we are not scared to say that we are Biafrans. We are very, very proud Biafrans, and we are very, very ready. We are resolute, we are consistent, we are very, very, very 1,001%, focused on what we are doing. So you can say whatever you want to do, you can do whatever you want to do, but be rest assured that we Biafrans are all over places. We are everywhere, whether on ground, whether on media, whether in anywhere you go, definitely. The good thing about it is that it doesn't matter how many you gather with them, wherever you platform, whatever you do, this kind of evil. Only one in the midst is going to destroy and going to bring down every evil that you are trying to project. Because there is no way light and darkness can never be compared. Whenever light appears, darkness will disappear. No matter how little that light is, it will definitely reflect for you to know that light is light. And that is we are. Wherever we go, we shine, and darkness disappear. Wherever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand, you see the enemies and the zoo, you see them be shaking right from their foundation. So that is the reason why I just want them to understand that we are Biafrans, and we have taken our stand. And not ever, it is never going to happen. Even when our Prime Minister was here, even when even now that we are here, now that we have our active Prime Minister, we never allow it to happen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on the base on the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu since 2021 till now, it is as a result that we have been trying. It's as a result of sabotage. It's as a result of sometimes when we try to push forward and do the needful,
some people will try to draw us backward. So, but this time around, we have come to understand and we have realized. I believe that many of us, majority, eyes have now been opened. So, and I believe that we are going to make very good use of this advantage and this opportunity that we have, because we do not have any other opportunity. And I am still saying it, and I keep repeating that I will still say it again. There is no any other way for us, for us to succeed than to support our lobbies, our international recognition. We have to focus on that, and which is the funding. We have to focus on our Biafran Liberation Army, which is, the defense of the homeland. These two key is what we have to do. We have to channel our efforts, our energy in these two areas to get the results that we need. And as for we Biafrans in general, we already understand that we know this criminal that has already, brought us into this mess that we find ourselves now. So what we have to do, even as we are doing our best, we have to make sure that we understand that this time around there is nothing like all these evil politicians, all these evil governments, all of them, wherever they are, all these people that have been sabotaging us, this is the time for us to rise up and hold each and every one of them accountable, because they are the reason for our suffering. They are the reason for everything that has been happening to us. They are the reason that Mars Nnamdi is still dead. So we have to and do the mission. There is no any other way than this way. Please, Biafra, let us come together and support BRGIE for our freedom, for our recognition. Because once we are recognized, the Nigerian terrorist state will definitely disappear. Our leader, Martin Nnamdi, will be released, and we will get our nation, we'll get our country. But if we keep delaying all these things, because Nigeria do not have any right, any judicial right to try Martin Nnamdi Kanu. So none of us should put our hope or maybe our mind in all those things that they are doing in the court there. That is not something that we should even accept in the first place. We should not accept, we should not even agree for all this nonsense that they are doing. Even though our leader Martin Nnamdi Kanu is saying that he wants to defend, we should not allow that thing to happen. That is the reason why we have to rise up. We have to revolt right now, not even tomorrow, before this evil that they are trying to do happen. We should not allow Nigeria to try our leader Martin Nnamdi Kanu, because they have never it to the fact that they kidnapped Martin Nnamdi Kanu. If they are agreed that they kidnapped Martin Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, then Martin Nnamdi Kanu should be taken back to Kenya. Then Martin Nnamdi Kanu should not even attend or even be tried any single day in that court. Whatsoever that they are doing there, they are doing it because we are silent. They are doing it because we allow it to happen. They are doing it because anytime they are going to that court, everybody will sit down and put their chair on their television and be watching. Anytime the lawyer come out and say one or two things, everybody will share it. Everybody will talk about it. But nobody will report about it. Nobody will challenge them. Nobody will ask those people questions that on what base, on what ground, and why should this thing be happening? Why are they even going to court since 2021 till now? That is the reason why we are still here. And if not for the grace and the wisdom of God that God has given to our leader, Martin Nnamdi Kanu, let me tell each and every one of us. You see, both all those lawyers and all of them, all these people have been deceiving us. They deceived each and every one of us for a very long time. Martin Nnamdi Kanu has been the only one that has been defending himself right from the beginning till tomorrow. But we Biafrans, we refuse to understand. All those lawyers that are going to represent Martin Nnamdi Kanu that are under Nigeria, that they will arrest anytime, that they will pick anytime, that they have already, been compromised for a very long time. But they cannot come and tell you that they have been compromised. That is the reason why they will pick them and nothing will happen. That is the truth. We have to stand up and remove our eye from those places. Tomorrow now they will tell you Martin Nnamdi Kanu is going to court. Today is defending himself. Everybody will focus their channel there. Sit at home. The whole Biafran and everybody. I don't understand. This thing, is it not madness? Is it not madness? What are we talking about? We talk about sit at home. Peaceful sit at home. Willingly sit at home. Let all the whole Biafrans all over Nigeria, all over the zoo, lock your shop. At least 1 week, 2 weeks. This is the way. Let us focus on something important. But all of us will refuse. If they say sit at home, now some people will begin to be, gossiping. Those evil people that have put us in this condition, they will be the one, championing it, looking for one way or the other to destroy it. But that is the only way. That is the only way. But one thing is that I just want me to understand that, please, it is very, very important that as we are also here on X, we should make sure that we go through every other platforms. We go through every other platform, because these people, they have already been paid. They have already plot out, millions of before we said they paid 500 Iraq. This time around, I believe that it is now more than, because they are now fighting their last battle. They have paid more than 2 million of Iraqs now, and they are doing their bidding. Most of them are from Chad. Most of them are Wabia and all those evil ones, all those saboteurs from that claim that they are Biafrans. So please, we should try and put more effort in everything we are doing, on media, on ground, on funding. These three particular places is very, very important. So that their narratives and all this evil that they are trying to sell, because they are now using public opinion, and that is why they have employed their criminals everywhere to pass even negative narrative for it to sell. So, but I assure them that we are everywhere to counter and to debunk every evil and every lie that they are trying to pass. It will never happen. So I employ and encourage each and every one of us to continue. It is not only here on X. Mostly they are now on TikTok. They are there. These people, they are there. If you have TikTok, make sure that sometimes when you come across all these evil people, go there. If you don't have, they don't give you the opportunity, make sure you bombard them on the comment section, so that people that are listening, the lie and the evil that they are trying to project, whenever they are projecting that lie, when they listen, when they look at the comment section, they will understand and they will not try to compare. It is very, very important that we have to do all these things, for our freedom. It is very, very important. It's not just only funding, but at least we have a lot to do. So we have to get to work. No sleeping this time around. Fingers crossed. We have to come together in one unity and make sure that we expose this zoo, just like the way that they have already exposed themselves, and they will continue to expose themselves more. Thank you very much. I will leave the mic here. I know I've taken a little bit time, but let me just leave this. Thank you very much, Auntie Tutors. God bless each and every one of us.
Thank you, 1 million. Madam Betty, your hand is up. You just want to tell us something? Please go ahead.
Just quickly, yeah. Nonso, I like what you said, but Nigeria is a very predictable country. When you say that somebody is bad and the person really show you that they are bad, your prediction comes to pass. Nigeria can never listen to anybody. Onyendu and his lawyers, they made application. Onyendu personally made application to Nigeria that they have no power, no right, no jurisdictional power to try him in Nigeria court. They said that they have. They insisted. So in this case, I know some of them are compromised, whichever way they did it, I don't know. But how can we do this? Or don't the governors on, because it was the governors who are bribing the whole system of Mazi's judicial process. It is the governors, all the governors. So that is what our people like, to be treated with force. They know they don't have the jurisdiction to try Onyendu based on how he was brought back. Onyendu made that application. That was why he said that he has no case to answer. But they say he has. That's Nigeria for you. So James Omotosho, he knew that Onyendu should not be tried. But he's going ahead. So nobody knows what happens between them. Like the judge issued that injunction that people should not protest within certain areas, but they're still arresting them. So Nigeria is just, I don't know what is wrong with them. Even right now, Kenyan judge is telling them to return Onyendu to Kenya, but they are not listening. So that is it. Any delay don't the governors on all those politicians one by one. Thank you so much, tutors.
Thank you very much, Madam Betty. Thank you. That was a very nice one. I think Tutor is having some network issues. She can't even hear us